Make money, make muscles, learn game. If you're listening to me, you're a hot dude. The hot dude life is not about your physical appearance. The hot dude life is a mentality. The Hot Dude Army is a global network, and the Hot Dude Army is everywhere. Decrease your judgment of others and increase the judgment of yourself. You belong to the streets, huh?
100%.
It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
This is a textbook example of really good game.
Boom, baby. We are live. Welcome to Interview with a Man, episode 512. Modern Women Are Delusional compilation show, where today I'm going to break down a series of videos. And it's literally just going to be me sitting here pulling up a bunch of clips that I found all over the internet and breaking it down, because it's hard for me to break down things in such a concise manner and then put it together and distribute it in YouTube in a way that will be efficient. I'll obviously, you guys know I do a lot of long form content, so today's gonna be really good episode. So buckle up, put the bong down. You know, everything's gonna be good, because we're here on Modern Women March, where we're gonna be breaking down the, quite frankly, the real pandemic, which is the absolute state of modern women, which it's not good. It is not good, boys. And the reason I'm doing Modern Women March is this: it's not for me to sit here and attack women and put women down and be like, women are dumb, women are shit, women are whatever, right? It's not that. The purpose is for you guys to have a real understanding of what it is like to date out there in the modern dating sphere right now, so you don't pedestalize these women. You don't give them more than they deserve. This goes for in the workplace, right? Because one thing that makes me sick to my stomach when I go back to America, besides all the Walmart golems, is when I just see guys, and the really thing that really pisses me off is when I see like rich older guys who are like, oh, wow, she's like a real awesome, good girl and blah, blah, blah. And like, I know the real deal behind this chick, and she's like a broke, lying piece of garbage. But these guys are just idealizing her because she's a girl. And modern women know this, dude. They know that they could put on a front and trick majority of people. Like they can literally trick 99% of people. But if you're here, you're watching, you're trying to be part of the 1%, because that's what I am. That's what you are by watching this content. You already are in the 1% of all men by watching this content, okay? That being said, we're going to break it down and talk about this in depth today. So what's up to everybody here? It looks like Billy Huang is the only member in the chat. What is up to you, Billy? Real quick before we get going, all right? Wheels are turning. Hot Dude Con is going to Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, May 17th, okay? This is not a joke. This is real. This is the reality of this situation, okay? This is going to be a super casual meetup. I am literally doing this for the European fans. This is what's going to happen. I'm flying from Tokyo, Japan to Frankfurt, Germany. I have a 5-hour and 25-minute layover in Frankfurt, Germany. I am not going to spend that in the airport. So I'm going to go through customs. I'm going to enter Germany. I'm going to be picked up by Abu American. We're going to go to some place. I think we're just going to go have dinner, or we're going to go to a place where we can have dinner. If you guys want to have drinks, that's fine too. I'm flying internationally. I'm really, I always get pressured into drinking, so I'll probably cave and have a drink with you guys, a Das Boot, if you will. I don't know. I've never been to Germany, so it's going to be pretty interesting. And then I'm going to be done. I can only hang out with you guys for 2 hours, right? And because I have to get back to the airport, because I don't want to have any problems with, getting back on the plane and getting to Miami for the Conference of Masculine Excellence, right? So that is what we're going to be doing. So hit me up on Instagram right here, Hot Dude Life. And the reason is so we can get the whole party started in regards to getting people coordinates, locking locations down. Once you hit me up there, I'll let you into the Telegram chat, and then we will be able to link up. And I really want to link up with all you guys. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you've even bought my course or anything like that. I really just want to meet up with you guys because it's important for me to get out there and meet you members of the community because this is real. I am real. I am on a journey of like literally endless self-improvement, and you are too. If you want to live that hot dude life, if you want to be a guy like me. Because even now, you guys, I don't know, do you guys just think that I sit back and kick my feet up and I'm not working on myself right now? I am insanely working on myself right now. I am like an endless project, okay? And that's what I'm doing with this community. That's what I'm doing with this channel. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a clickbaiter. I'm not any of these things. I'm a guy who wants you to live the best possible life you can live before your inevitable death comes and takes you away forever, okay? There's no Jesus. There's no happy ending. It's dark. It's black. It's game over. So I'm teaching you how to maximize money, muscles, game, frame to live your best life. Maybe we can turn this shit around. Who knows? But it's a mess in the West. That is for sure. Also, for you guys that are interested, the coaching prices that I have are going up. So this is going on until May 1st. It's now March 24th. I'm giving you guys a long heads up, okay? A long heads up. And these prices are doubling, okay? So current price is 20 minutes, $125, 40 minutes, $250. Been getting a lot of consultations, been getting booked quite a lot. The new price is doubling. 20 minutes going to be $250, 40 minutes $500, okay? The demand is going up, and I just can't keep up with it, quite frankly. So go to modernlifedating.com/coaching. I'll put the link in the chat. I'll have it pinned there as well. Book it today before time runs out, because time is running out, and these prices are going to go up, and they're not coming back down. So get in while you can still get in. The link is in the chat there. It has a hyperlink there, or you can just go to modernlifedating.com/coaching. I'll shout you out during the show if you want me to. How's everybody doing today? So, man, oh man. All right. So, we have got a lot to cover here. Modern Women March has been quite the success, if you ask me. I would just like to know, for you guys in the chat, right? Tell me this. With the Modern Women March, right? How are you guys liking it? Just type your comments in the chat in regards to what has Modern Women March meant for you, right? What has it meant for you? I am going to be doing some serious surgical breakdowns today. And just let me know, has it been helpful for you? Has it not been helpful? Have you think I've been salty? Let me know about your thoughts here, because I would obviously like to know. I'm going to set up. And here's the thing. I'm going to set up some clips in the meantime, and I'm going to take a look at the chat. But I got to tell you, I got some really. This thing's definitely going to get demonetized because I have some clips that are from news channels and stuff. But I really just want to show you everything. Oh God, I can't break this one now. That's too long. This guy's just an idiot. That's more of a modern man idiot. Obviously, you can probably hear it. A bunch of Fresh and Fit, because Fresh and Fit is just, the gift that keeps on giving. The gift that keeps. Oh, look at this. Some of these TikToks are getting deleted already. Hey, wow. Wah, wah, wee, wah. All right, here we go. Should we start with something light? Okay, yeah, we will. Let's go to the chat real quick. Sorry, I just had to get those lighted stuff up there. MLD highlights things that most of us wouldn't spot. It's so important to show the state of women today. It means that it seems to be a consensus to start holding females accountable in 2022. Yeah, absolutely, because that's what equality is, right? Lost C says this month has been a good comment, good breakdowns and commentary. Is your sister still going to be on the guest on with her stories? Yes, we're working on that. A Boogie says it brought me clarity that I'm not as crazy as I thought I was for thinking Western women are lost these past years. Dude, A Boogie, I know who you are. I'm not going to say your name, but you don't understand how much of a smart and intelligent young man you are with like class and dignity and integrity. You truly don't understand your value yet. You don't see it, but I clearly can see it because I'm obviously older and wiser because I have lived longer and I've done more than you. But you are seriously a top tier man already, and you are going to continue to go up and up and up. I have an eye for talent, and I can see it in you. I told this about Myron Gaines too. When I told Myron, I said, Myron, you are absolutely going to be a millionaire. Myron didn't believe me. He was like, all right, guy. I was just like, no, you'll see. You'll see. And here we are. Fresh and Fit podcast, massively huge. I was there from day one. I was behind the scenes helping. Randall J says, haven't watched them all, but the ones I watch are good. Billy Wong says, Modern Women March deepens the analysis provided by Rollo and yourself in previous live streams, introducing new voices and raising certain generals of the Hot Army, and also welcome. Yes. It's been fair and balanced and just exposing the modern women's word as they use and make us aware of the red flags. So, right. Okay, yeah, we're just going to have to go. Yeah, it's going to be long. I told you it's going to be long form. First thing I want to point out, I feel like we should start something light and funny. Shall we? Let's start something light and funny. All right, let's do that. Okay. So this has a ton of views and likes, and it's because it's real. It's true. Take a look here. Now, the name of the boyfriend is a complete coincidence. This was actually sent to me right before the show by my lovely lady friend, Allie, Real Femme Sapien. Check this out.
Morning, Jill. Morning, Tracy. What'd you get up to this weekend? Oh, I had a lovely little breakdown. Did you? I did, yeah, really treated myself. I felt on the brink all week, so I decided to stalk my ex just to push myself over the edge. Jonathan, that's the one. Oh, he's got a gorgeous new girlfriend. I know. Nice. And he's just landed himself his dream job. Oh, and you're here. Ideal. But that only had me tearing up, so I pushed it a little bit further, tried on a dress from 5 years ago. You bugger. Then I grabbed a bottle of wine, box of McVitie's, whacked on the news, accidentally opened up my phone on selfie mode, and sobbing. Oh, that sounds good. Felt amazing. There's nothing like a good cry. You must have felt reborn. Oh, certainly felt like I was being birthed by that dress afterwards. How about you? Oh, I just saw some family. Oh, so massive breakdown. Huge.
And the funny part is you just look at the clicks, the comments here. Wait, this is gold. The accent makes it all better. This girl says, this lives rent-free in my brain. Do I dare do an Instagram dive on some of these? Oh, so massive breakdown. Huge. Hilarious, right? My doctor told me I think it's time to break some dishes. I have a habit of picking up cheap dishes from the thrift shop and then going somewhere and listening to metal and smashing them all. Jesus Christ. It's become comical. It's become absolutely comical how just screwed up the average modern woman is. Funny. David Weinstein says, since women want sex with masculine men, what's their incentive to shame men for being masculine? They've been brainwashed. You can't fight nature, okay? Nature will find a way. Jeff Goldblum, okay? You can't fight nature. This is like women are easy to manipulate and trick, right? Because they're emotional creatures and you can sway them. You can't talk guys into saying fat women are more attractive than skinny women, okay? Why? It's in our nature to know we want skinny, sexy, hot women with wet, juicy vaginas that are fucking coming for us every time we put our dicks inside them, okay? And I have to use like this grotesque language, right? Grotesque for any women watching, because you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. You know exactly how a juicy, wet vagina with a super hot girl is with you, and you know how fantastic it feels. And for some of you out there who have slayed a dragon, right, like me, 200-pound plus cub, you know that having sex with that wildebeest kind of, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know. But it's no comparison. It's no comparison. But that's glory of being a man. Women, on the other hand, they easily tricked, man. They're easy to deceive. Yeah, baby, you can be 200 pounds and be sexy. You, baby, you are special, okay? Are you 300 pounds, 400 pounds? You're beautiful. You are an amazing, gorgeous girl. And these girls will believe it. They'll lie to themselves, right? You don't believe me? That leads us to our first serious clip of today, featuring Tess Holliday. So for you guys that don't know who Tess Holliday is a model. She is a female plus size model. And that is Tess Holliday in the middle there. Okay. That's her there. And yeah. That's her. So, oh God. Let me see. Is that her boyfriend? I'm sorry, I just got taken away by this. I wasn't expecting to see this. When I was in an abusive relationship, I used to dream of the days where I felt true happiness like I experience now. I used to wonder what it was like to wake up and choose to be happy instead of having it stolen from me every day. I would see photos of Instagram of folks having so much fun, and I wondered if it was genuine or if I was the only one putting up a facade. Well, now I have so much love and happiness around me that my little cancer heart had to learn how to be loved in new ways. Grateful for growth, laughter, lessons, holding space for everyone who is having a tough time right now. Reminding you there's sunshine at the end of it all. There's not. There's death. Even if you can't see it. No, see, that's another disingenuous thing girls wish to each other. Everything's going to be okay, baby. It's a happy ending coming for you. No, it's not. This army of modern women out there, it's not a happy ending coming. It's not. Some of these women are going to end up fucking miserable in their 40s and 50s. Dude, I know chicks in their 40s who are literally going crazy because they are miserable, single, and they know they've wasted their life. They wasted their opportunity to get a good man. And they are literally going crazy in their 40s and late 30s. This is a long one, but here we go. I'm going to read the comment. Thank you, Tamron Hall, for giving me space to talk about my ED, eating disorder, and what discussing it openly has meant for my life and my mental health this past year. It isn't easy, but it is worth it. The Tamron Hall show made me feel safe to tell my truth. That's another thing. That's my truth. I had never before felt what it's like to be in a space with a mostly black crew, hair, and makeup team and audience. I felt seen and supported in a way that I've never felt before. Okay, here we are, jerking off black people, right? It's like part of their fucking, like, oh, we gotta, like, pity black people and, like, oh, you black people made me feel so great and not like these bad white people. And, oh, good little black person. Like, let me pet you on the head. I fucking hate it. I absolutely despise it. I absolutely despise it. And it's funny, right? That other insufferable bitch that we talked to the other day, you know, the Israeli girl, she's like, well, you know, I'm inclusive of the LGBT community and blacks and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you're just reading out of the, like, NPC horror handbook. You're so unoriginal. You're so dumb. And you don't see how much of a carbon copy clone you are. Deb C says she'll be dead in 10 years max unless she has some extreme weight loss. Absolutely. And that's just, it's not hate speech. It's not anything. It's cold, hard facts. It's cold, hard facts. Massive wave of death is coming without a shadow of a doubt. Let's continue, shall we? Let's start, actually. Jesus. Everyone deserves to feed their bodies. Everyone deserves access to food. Everyone deserves to feel pride in who they are. That's the thing. Like, okay, everyone deserves to feed their body. Yeah, everyone deserves access to food. I get it. Everyone deserves to feel pride in who they are. No, you have to earn this. You got to earn pride in yourself. If you sit at home as a man and you are fat and you're leeching off your parents and you've never had a job and you're just a useless piece of garbage, there's no pride in that. There's no pride in that. Everyone deserves to feel pride in who they are, but this is all just feel-good mumbo-jumbo that is just catering to people who are living in their emotions, and which is majority of them are women. If I can show y'all that you're not alone, that you are valued, if you can benefit from my lived experience, I am grateful. Okay, let's go. Hopefully this doesn't get struck down or for or copyright or whatever.
Please welcome Tess Holliday to the show. First of all, I just want to thank you because I know that this is still ongoing for you. Since sharing your diagnosis with your fans, with the public, you have...
Like, okay, and I'm not trying, okay, I want to make this very clear to everybody watching, okay? First of all, smash the like button, okay? We're at 100 likes, we're at 100 viewers, 51 likes. YouTube is being, just screwing with my channel. Yesterday, if you guys watched Tokyo Crypto Show, you saw what's happening. So I need some likes for the analytics. Okay. Look at the size comparison here. All right. Now, I am not trying to make fun of this young lady. This is clearly a woman who has extreme amounts of trauma, of mental problems, and a history of coping with them in a poor way. This poor lady was scooped up by some marketing company, some marketing agency, okay? And they said, oh, we can get this big fat girl and put her on a bunch of magazines and put her all over the place, and we can use her to generate sales and money to make other women fat to buy our products. They didn't put this woman like, hey, we really want a champion for fat women. No, they looked at her like, we can use this woman and abuse her and make money off of her. That's the reality of it all.
Experience a setback. What happened after you shared the news?
Well, I wasn't quite expecting it to blow up in the way that it did. I wasn't expecting everyone to talk about it around the world for weeks and months even. It basically caused me to...
Overeat. I'm just joking. How's the audio? Is the audio good? Let me know.
Stop taking care of myself in the way that I had been to stop. I stopped feeding myself properly. I kind of got really depressed. I just really regressed into behaviors that weren't healthy for me. And it's even hard to talk about now. I wish that I just would have waited a little bit longer because I wasn't fully prepared. And I also didn't realize when I talked about it that we don't really discuss folks that are experiencing my type of eating disorder in larger bodies, because you look at fat bodies and you just all of a sudden say, well, you're healthy and all you do is sit around and eat. But for the world to say that all I'm doing is sitting around and eat when I'm starving was horrible, because anybody, any size can starve. And we are just conditioned to not care about folks in larger bodies, to just toss us away like we don't belong, like we don't matter. And it's exhausting.
Take me back.
So the truth is this, right? Here's the real problem. She is not upset about anything other than the fact that she is morbidly obese. Okay? Everybody can come and say, okay, like for example, right? I'm going to use myself as an example, right? And I'm going bald, right? It's happening here in the front, right? And I am aware that I'm going bald, right? I'm 36, right? It's not like extreme. I don't look like George Costanza or anything, right? But the corners are going, right? Don't worry, Big Daddy MLD is going to Istanbul, and we're going to get the haircut, the hair transplant in Turkey. Going to put that up in a video too, right? But that's like, if everybody came up to me and was like, you have such a luscious, thick head of hair, MLD. Your hairline is strong. You are like Fabio. You are a sexy man. You are looking great. Your hair looks like Troy Francis's hair, right? I would know deep down inside, no matter how many times people told me I am sexy, I have a good hairline, I have all this stuff, I would know deep down inside, my hair is thinning, I'm going bald, and I don't like it. Now, amplify that by millions of voices. Millions of voices. The bottom line is this, okay? Tess Holliday is a victim of some sort of unresolved mental trauma inside of her. And definitely, she does not have a healthy self-esteem and a healthy view of herself, a healthy relationship with herself, right? And so, no matter how many people tell her that she's sexy, she's gorgeous, you're beautiful, internally, she doesn't feel beautiful, okay? That's why you can't love somebody who doesn't feel love for themselves, because no matter what, I mean, you can love somebody if they don't feel love for themselves internally, but they're not going to feel the love. It is going to be a problem, okay? And that's what's happening here. The extreme of Tess Holliday is tons of red flags. Obviously, number one, the morbid obesity, right? Number two is the excessive amount of tattoos, okay? There's a correlation with women who get an excessive amount of tattoos and some kind of trauma. And it is tied to self-mutilation. Self-mutilation is cutting yourself, right? So these girls who constantly get a bunch of tattoos, it is a kind of sick form of self-soothing. It is a way that they kind of release some emotional pain, okay? I have never met an emotionally healthy woman that is covered with tattoos. I have never met one that is like super, totally solid as a human being, unless she's gone through tons and tons and tons of therapy, and that's the exception. That's not the rule, okay? And Tess has both of those.
Before even the reveal to your fans, we had you on the show celebrating Emmy, a landmark plus-size model who was somebody who inspired you. I remember there you are, beautiful and smiling, seemingly happy.
Yeah.
What was going on behind the scenes before this reveal, before the diagnosis even?
Well, during the pandemic, it caused me to slow down like it did most of us. And I started really examining how I was feeding my body or the lack thereof. And I met who I now work with, my dietitian, Anna Sweeney. I met her through a conference that we did, a virtual conference. And I reached out to her and I said, I think I need help. And when I reached out to her, I thought that I was overeating. I thought that I was binge eating. I thought that it was everything but what she said. And about 5 months into our sessions, she said, I can't diagnose you properly, but if I could, I would diagnose you as anorexia nervosa. And I was sitting.
So she is claiming to have anorexia. So anorexia nervosa, I'll just pull it up on the screen so you guys can see it. I'll do a quick anorexia nervosa. Okay. So you just type it in Google, that's how you spell it. Anorexia nervosa, definitions with psychology. Let's just go to psychology today. Let's click on this one, okay? Anorexia nervosa is a eating disorder manifested when a person refuses to eat an adequate amount of food or is unable to maintain the minimal weight for a person's body mass index. So obviously she is not suffering for anorexia nervosa in the ability to maintain minimal weight. She is, if I would eyeball it, I think she's probably at least 400 pounds, right? Individuals with anorexia often have a distorted body image. Those with anorexia view themselves as fat or bulky in certain areas and have an intense fear of gaining weight or becoming fat. So this is clearly not her, right? She's not eating enough. So I'll say this, okay? I think there's a Scottish, right? He lost weight, okay? He literally did not eat food for 382
on my kitchen
days.
counter.
Oops. Sorry. 1 second, boys. Here. Okay. And then I'm going to show you this here. If you just type it in YouTube like this. Not YouTube. If you type it into Google, Scottish man loses weight not eating. Angus Barbieri's fast, okay? Scottish man Angus Barbieri, 1939 to 1990, right? He lived a decent life. Looks like that's 51 years. Not bad for fucking, getting huge like he was. But again, I'm telling you guys, look, there's a reason you don't see fat people walking around. Old fat people. They're all dead. All dead. Oh, Billy Wong with a $20 super chat. All right, thank you so much for the direct donation link. Wow, thank you. Appreciate that. Completely forgot I had that activated. Let me go and read it for you real quick. Streamlabs is up and running. Thank you for the big donation, Billy. You are a great guy. Let me read it real quick. But yeah, this guy, this is a true story, okay? This is a true story. So, and again, I'm not trying to demonize or make fun of Tess and her situation, okay? But I'm just pointing out there is a medical flaw here in the argument she's making. But of course she is. She's on mainstream media, television, and let's be honest, the show that she is on is catering to women, and unfortunately,
you have accepted the truth.
The demographic of women that it's catering to are, let's be honest, it's black women, right? And in America, I believe African American women are the most obese women in America, and that's just a whole other fucking can of worms to open. Billy Wong says, Jonathan's breakdowns are great. Crossing my fingers that this episode won't get demonetized because your analysis provides a great service to those willing to listen. Thank you so much, Billy. You're the man.
But if I could, I would diagnoose you as anorexia nervosa. And I was...
Okay, hold on. Let me pull that back. Okay. 2 seconds. I'm going to pull up this article just to show you the uncomfortable truth of of what's happening. Because again, I'm not again
to our sessions.
Why does this keep happening?
She said, I can't diagnose you properly, but if I could, I would diagnose you as anorexia. I thought that it was
Okay, so
everything but what.
Please stop. Instagram, you're so weird. So here we go. Scottish man Angus Barbieri fasted for 382 days from June 1965 to July 1966. He lived on coffee, tea, soda water, and vitamins while living at home in Taporn, Scotland, and frequently visiting Maryfield Hospital for medical evaluation.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Thank you for subscribing. He lost 276 pounds and set a record for the length of a fast. Now, in addition to this, I don't think it's here on this, but I have seen it, right? As he fasted, guys, he also didn't have loose skin, which is really wild. We can read it quickly. I'll just read it all for you guys. In 1965, Barbieri, the then 27-year-old from Taporn, Scotland, checked into the Maryfield Hospital in Dundee. Initially, only a short fast was planned due to the doctors believing short fasts were preferable to long ones. Barbieri did not believe them, insisting on continuing because he adapted so well and was eager to reach his ideal weight. For 382 days, ending on July 11, 1966, he consumed only vitamins, electrolytes, an unspecified amount of yeast, a sort of all essential amino acids, and 0-calorie beverages such as tea, coffee, and sparkling water. Although he occasionally consumed small amounts of milk and or sugar with the beverages, especially during the final weeks of the fast, he quit working at his father's fish and chip shop, which closed down during the fast. Barbieri's starting weight was recorded at 456 pounds, 207 kilograms, and he stopped fasting when he reached his goal weight of 180 pounds, 82 kilograms. After his weight loss, he moved to Warwick and had 2 sons. So he lost all the weight and he went and fucking got some pussy. Good for him, right? Barbieri died in September 1990. For example, in 1970, here's another record. 1971 edition of Guinness World Book of World Records, Barbieri's fast was recognized as the longest recorded. In 1973, Dennis Galler Goodwin went on a hunger strike for 385 days, but he was force-fed during this period. As of 2016, Barbieri retains the record for the longest fast without solid food, according to Guinness officials. Guinness no longer officially endorses records relating to fasting for fear of encouraging unsafe behavior. What a bunch of pussies. I believe he got no stretch marks as well. Or no loose skin. Let me see if there's any images. There he is before and after. You know? I mean, amazing willpower. Amazing willpower. There he is. Look at that. From there, I think Tess Holliday is bigger than him. From there to there. And he didn't die. So now let's go back to what's happening with Tess Holliday.
She said, and about 5 months into our sessions, she said, I can't diagnose you properly, but if I could, I would diagnose you as anorexia nervosa. And I was sitting on my kitchen counter, and I remember her saying it, and I
There's got to be one strong kitchen counter. Sorry, I had to.
just laughed. I went, no. Like,
Why did you react that way?
because look at me. I was like, I'm fat. Like, when you think of the term anorexia, you associate it with emaciated bodies. I had no idea that it could be me. And then I just was flooded with all kinds of feelings because I thought if I would have known that this was a possibility, I could have gotten help sooner if there wasn't so much weight by a stigma in the medical industry. Someone could have helped me before I got to this point.
So, of course, we got to blame the system. There's a stigma in the medical industry. Her health is not endangered in any ways if she were to if she were to really have this, you know, like we said, there's a man who previously has done this fast, and he didn't eat food for literally a year, 1 year. What is fat? Fat is what your body uses to give you energy in times of food not being around. That's all it is. Fat is excess energy stored on your body. That's all it is. So she wouldn't have died. She was really in no real danger. But unfortunately, this is a desperate cry for help. And she is the leader of the quote, body positivity movement, which really is just a quote, fat acceptance movement, which really is a let's just be openly sick and unhealthy about our lives movement.
Help me understand the journey in that you openly say, this is my size, right? You then sign this huge contract and you become a world famous international model. Was there pressure in the celebration of your size to still lose weight? Because I imagine it's like, okay, wait a minute, I'm standing out from the crowd because I'm plus size.
There was never a necessary desire to be thin. It was, if I really break it down, it was that I felt like I didn't deserve to eat. And I didn't deserve to feed my body, because when you grow up in a world where you are told that you shouldn't eat this, don't eat that, be careful with this, when you have people...
Yeah, there is a good thing happening to you if somebody's saying, don't eat that. It's not good for you, okay? Guys, I'm sorry to say this, but I believe Tess Holliday is now 34 years old. I would be blown away if she makes it to 44. Your heart cannot handle this stress. I mean, this is the miracle of the human body, first and foremost, okay? To keep her alive. I mean, the human will to live is clearly exemplified here. However, good Lord, man, Jesus Christ. It's just, you know, I mean, what are we doing here? And this is a symptom of the number one problem that is plaguing the modern woman, which is entitlement. She wants to do whatever she wants to do and have no consequences. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't. Because it's going to fucking kill you. Because you obviously have abused food. This is an abusive relationship she's having here. Guys, you don't get this big in 1 year. This is years of extreme overeating. And she's trying to get upset now by saying, people saying, don't tell me, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. Yeah, the reason people are saying this is because they care about you. Okay? If I sat here and ate a personal pan pizza every live stream, okay? You just saw me eating a personal pan pizza you guys in the chat would be like, yo, MLD, you need to stop. You are going to get fat, you are going to get ugly, and you're going to fucking die soon. Sooner than most people would like to die.
Policing and monitoring everything you put in your body, of course you have a distorted relationship with food. So in my head, I would say, oh, I'll just eat later. I'll eat later. I'll do this later. And it wasn't until I actually got the diagnosis that I started realizing, wait, I don't feed my body properly, and I feed everyone around me, and I leave nothing for myself.
Yeah, I have to tell you,
I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that you feed everybody around you and you don't feed yourself. I'm sorry.
Took me aback when you said you didn't deserve to eat. You know, I can't imagine having people watching me eat, judging.
Phil Good's calling me out in the chat. Were you thinking that when you eat that burger and cheese fries? Let me tell you something. I was filled with nothing but regret after I ate that Shake Shack. I had a double smoke shack, cheese fries, and a milkshake. And after I ate that, I felt so bad. Like, biologically felt bad. And then it's not like, oh, you people at Shake Shack, you are assaulting me with calories and no, I'm a 36-year-old grown man. Okay, I went there. My stupid reptilian brain was like, yeah, cheeseburger, fries, milkshake. This is gonna be great. I ate it. I felt awful. Okay. You can ask my girlfriend. I was in bed, like just rolling around, like I should not have eaten that. She's younger than me. She's 8 years younger than me. So she was just like, I'm fine. But me and my body was like, no, you shouldn't have done that. And, when am I going to go on the Tamron Hall show? I want to cry. I want free money. I want free people. I want people to feel sorry for me and give me money. Hell yeah. Give me that shit. Kidding me? That insulin coma. Bro, I felt awful after I ate that. Like, it wasn't even insulin coma. I just was like, all day, I was just like rolling around like, ugh. Like, my day was thrown off by eating that. We actually went by the Shake Shack today. We went to a Vietnamese restaurant, and I like jokingly said, you want to get a milkshake? And my girlfriend was like, no, we don't. I wasn't going to go, but she understood the misery I was going through at that day. But now I learned from it. You see what I'm saying? And I took accountability for my actions. I didn't start like a hashtag stop Shake Shack or hashtag ban all cheeseburgers. I took accountability for my actions.
What I eat. And that is what you experience.
Yeah, because people just look at me and they're like, oh, just go eat another Big Mac. And I'm like, baby, I just had my first Big Mac a month ago.
But they make these assumptions.
Yes, they make these assumptions that I am not taking care of my body in the way that I feel is best.
And it was the opposite.
The way I feel is best. Got it.
It was the opposite. Yes,
eating healthy.
I was trying to do what I felt like I needed to do that was best for my body, and that was restricting, putting. I wasn't feeding my body.
That was smart. Like, literally just eat electrolytes, vitamins, amino acids, and your body will thank you.
And when I started feeding my body, I love Pilates, and I do it all the time. And I noticed that my body started changing, and I thought to myself, how am I losing weight while I'm feeding my body and moving my body? I didn't understand. And it's because for the first time, I was nourishing my body in a way that I hadn't before.
When you were dealing with the more difficult days before the diagnosis, would you go a day, 2 days without eating?
Yes, I would have coffee. I would sometimes eat in the evening. I would have bits of whatever was laying around. I'd grab like maybe a handful of nuts. And that's part of why I came on here, because
and that's healthy for you. Like, fasting is literally linked to living longer. I don't know why they're trying to demonizing. Oh wait, I do know why. Guys, do you know what the backbone of the whole body positivity movement and all that is? Really? Okay, go ahead and smash like by the way. Smash like. All right. So, the bottom line is this. You can say whatever you want to say about fasting. Fasting's good for you. It's been literally happening since the dawn of civilization. It's been happening in religions, okay? I don't want to hear you fucking talking about not fasting, okay? Fasting is linked to living longer, okay? Intermittent fasting is good for you. And the amount of chemicals and hormones and all kind of poison in food today, fasting is good for you. Period. However, these companies don't want you fasting. Why? Because you're closing your mouth and you're closing your wallet. This is how they view women. They think, how can we get these bitches to drink more venti Starbucks? How can we get them to eat more pizza? How can we get them to get more, food in their bodies? Let's encourage them being fat. But let's say it's body positivity, right? Let's say it's, let's say it's a fat shaming, okay? Fasting is good for you, and nobody is going to tell me otherwise. There's literally tons
You
of
guys
medical
don't
data
donate
showing that.
$100 right now.
Okay.
You're a beta male.
Thank you
You're
to
a
Fresh and
cuck,
Fit
you're
Podcast
blue
in the
pill
house.
for life.
Man, the harpoon.
Better send me
oh, Lord.
$1,000 in donation right
Again,
now.
And that's
I'm not. Today's show is not. It's not to fat shame or hurt this girl's feelings or anything. It is just an objective analysis of what's happening. Okay, if you understand what female delusion looks like, this right here. Okay, here's the reality. Okay, Tess Holliday is morbidly obese and she knows it. The foundation of her morbid obesity is some extreme, deeply rooted psychological problem that causes her to feel extreme amounts of anxiety, and she soothes herself by eating. However, most humans, most people are not strong enough to face reality, and they will delude themselves. And this is Exhibit 1 on today's compilation show of how the modern woman is delusional. What's behind this? Super companies, mega conglomerates. There's a big, massive marketing campaign. I mean, guys, in America, we have fat mannequins now. I think, I don't know if like other countries like Germany and Europe and all those other countries have like fat mannequins, but I know we have them in America. And it's reprehensible because it just shows me the filth of human greed. And it's quite frankly, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting.
I want people to hear me when I'm saying, because there's so many people that have come forward since I've talked about this saying, I do that too. And I want people to hear me when I'm saying that, like, this wasn't something that I was just mindfully doing to restrict and to be smaller. I didn't know that what I was doing was wrong. And I didn't know that it wasn't okay because
It wasn't wrong. It was not wrong. Like, it was actually probably like the smartest thing you could do. I mean, I'm not at this rate. I'm splitting hairs here, but I'm not against her fasting a lot, okay? Because she has tons and tons and tons of excess body fat on her that her body will use as energy. And again, going back to the study of the Scottish guy who literally didn't eat for 380 plus days, over a year, you'll be all right. And it's way better than the alternative, which is being as large as you are now, marching you to a very, very, very early death.
it was so deeply ingrained in me from such a young age that, that to not trust myself and my own instincts and to not trust that I know how to feed my body.
You don't, sweetheart. No offense, but you don't. Maybe you've learned, but your body shows a history of you don't know what you're doing.
Your children or did people around you notice?
Yes. Yeah. I hope my 16-year-old doesn't mind me saying this, but my older son is just the sweetest. And he would ask me, and still does, he'll message me and he'll say, hey, have you eaten today? Oh. And you don't want your kids to be asking you that. It's but at the same time, we don't have secrets in my household. I'm very transparent and open. And I make sure that when my kids tell me they're full, that's it. I don't push it. I don't want my children to grow up thinking that they don't know what's best for their bodies.
Oh my God, being raised by this lady, unless she's like extremely educating them under like
you guys don't donate $100 right
Thanks
now.
for the donation.
You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
and that's
Rafferty Berkey, $5 super chat says there's an interview with Dr. Goldhammer about the benefits of fasting. He runs a 40-day fasting clinic, open 35 years. I'm at 5 days of a 7-day fast. Congratulations, Bo. Congratulations. So yeah, with this situation here, talking about, she's going to trust, tells her kid to trust their bodies. You can't trust your feelings when it comes to eating, because your brain is just going to tell you, keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. Okay. Especially if you're eating food that's addictive, which is very common nowadays. They put chemicals, preservatives and stuff in the food that literally makes it addictive. That makes you crave the food. Okay.
We both had the honor of being on the cover of Parent Magazine. Yeah. I was with my kid, you were with your children. To have your child check in like that, Mom, are you eating? What did that emotionally do to you? Because, we take care of them. And now your 6-year-old recognizes something's not right. I got to look after her.
It's hard, but at the same time, I feel immense gratitude that I've raised a child that is loving enough.
How was it affecting your day-to-day? The saying, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy. How was it affecting your day-to-day, both professionally and personally? Because you're dealing with this. It's not a secret. They notice it, but it's not diagnosed. And the problem is there, but it's not. It's not been named.
It was extremely hard, but I had normalized it so much. I like you said earlier, when you have so many people saying things to you online, I'm tough as nails, but it gets to you, and you kind of
Let me tell you something. Hater comments only get to you if you know they're true deep down inside. Period.
I would be lying if I said that it didn't affect me. And so when I hear people saying all you do is eat and you eat, it's like you almost believe it, even though I know I'm not. So it was extremely isolating. It was lonely. And I will say that getting a diagnosis does feel wonderful, but it is extremely lonely. It's sometimes I really fight with the shame of it, which I think is the hardest part.
But how are you dealing with regaining your voice, your message, and the intention of the message that you wanted on Instagram, which is, this is my journey, and I know I'm not alone. How are you resetting this for you and to help other people who want to hear it?
I just take it day by day. Like today, I tried to feed myself, didn't do that great. And like one of your guests said earlier, I just try to be gentle with myself. I try to remind myself that how I'm feeling, if I'm having these bad feelings, is temporary. And I also take,
Zoom in on her crying. Zoom in. This is great camera. This is great. This is great TV. That's all they care about on these channels. Zoom in and she might cry. Let's get some emotional reaction out of our female followers and hit them with commercials right after. Is there another super chat? I thought I read it. No, I already read that one, Commando.
I take immense pride in the fact that I understand that I was given this platform originally for modeling. Not given, I busted my ass. I don't know if I can say ass. I busted my butt to get here. But I feel immense.
How do you... I'm sure there's hard work involved, but I'm just saying, like, what is hard about being a plus-size model? Like, eating all the time? Because for me, adhering to the diet is the hardest part for me. Even eating a bunch of protein, or, whatever it is, that's just the hardest. For me, going in the gym, killing workout, no problem. But for me, it's the food that's my personal struggle, right? Eating enough protein. Like I had a trainer in the last year, and I was like, he's like, you got to eat like 3 chicken breasts a day. I'm like, that's a lot. Can I eat 2? And you got to do it in a certain window. And you got to eat it like this. And I was just like, my teeth were hurting at one point. I was eating so much. That's the hardest part of it. So for a plus size model, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to. It's hard for me to relate. Let's just put it that way. It's hard for me to relate. Like, what do you have to do to be a plus size model? Get huge, and go to tryouts and take pictures. And am I missing something?
It's gratitude and pride that I am able to sit here with you and talk about such hard things and know that there's somebody on the other side that feels less alone, that maybe says to themselves, I'm going to get help, asks for help, starts taking care of themselves in the way that they deserve. Because, you know, plus size or not, everybody deserves food. Everybody deserves to eat. You know, we deserve to take care of ourselves.
And we deserve to live without judgment.
We do. We do.
We deserve to live without judgment. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
What you just said
Living
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
without judgment.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
So does that mean I could just go out and start hitting people with the baseball bat? Can I go down to Brazil and break my favorite friend's legs? Can I just smash his legs with a fucking aluminum baseball bat and tee off of his face with a baseball? Judgment free, right? I should live without judgment. That is the backbone of the modern women's delusion. I should do whatever I want and I shouldn't be judged. I shouldn't be held accountable.
If you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
King Nick, $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says her spinal structure is going to have a myriad of problems into her 40s. One of the most underrated parts of the body. Dude, everything, okay? Everything. So riddle me this, right? No one should live with judgment. Does that mean I can call her fat as much as I want and you shouldn't judge me for calling her fat, right? Because that's along the same logic train. And you can't even call me an asshole because that's judgment. But this is not a show for men. The Tamron Hall show, this is not a show for people who want to do something fantastic with their life. This is a show catering to emotions. That's all it is. Period.
Yes, that's the biggest thing in all of this. Are you currently in therapy? How often are you in treatment?
So I see my dietitian once a week, and then I have my therapist once a week. And I have a lot of people in my life who lovingly just nudge me along the right path. And yeah, I'm doing it.
You are doing it. You're doing it. Thank you so much, Tess. I appreciate you joining us. It means the world to me. And please come back anytime because my platform is your platform. As long as people are telling the truth.
Oh, Lord. As long as people are telling the truth. Bring me on, Tamron.
Trying to uplift other people. They have space here.
Thank you.
Always.
Someone book me. Harry, get on the phone. Book me. Oh, man. I love it. Los Angeles, number 2, Black Lives Matter. Gotta pity black people, right? That's part of the woke patrol. We gotta, poor black people. They need us white people to come save them. Oh, God in heaven. I think and even in her post, she's like mentioned something about fucking, the black people are so nice to me. Oh, God. Yep. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus. Yeah. So that's the first video today on Modern Women March. I got an older clip for you, but I just want to show you another side of modern women and their delusions, right? Modern women in the Western world absolutely know that on the surface level, they can lie and manipulate, and most people won't do the digging. Most people won't believe the truth. Most people won't even seek out the truth, okay? The next clip we have here, this is from 2016, but it still falls in the category of modern women, and I want to play this here. Take a look at this. This one's really near and dear to my heart. 3 black students face charges after alleged racial bus fight. Check this out. I love, because again, America, right? Just like riddled with white guilt. Now, look, here's the deal. Bottom line is this. Yes, I understand racism exists, okay? I am literally a victim of racism every single day in Japan. More than black people are in America, okay? Places in Japan look at me like, you're not Japanese, get out, okay? Oh, you can't rent this building. Why? Oh, you're not Japanese. That's why you can't live here. You can't come into this club. Why? You're not Japanese. Oh. Okay. I'll just go over here. Racism is around the world. It is unfortunately part of our human DNA. It is what it is. Am I telling you go out there and treat people like shit based on the color of their skin? Absolutely not. But everybody has a degree of racism inside them. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's true. Okay? But it's been weaponized in the United States, okay? Especially on the college campuses. Take a look here, what we want to play.
Sprawl caught on camera. 3 black college students had claimed they were attacked because of their race, but now they're facing charges because police claim that this surveillance video tells a very different story. ABC's Gio Benitez is on the scene in Albany, New York. Good morning, Gio.
George, good morning to you. Police say they've enhanced that video and talked to witnesses, and now they firmly believe that the girls are lying. This morning, 3 college students under fire for what's seen in the surveillance video.
Hi, yes, I'd like to...
So listen to how clearly and concisely she lies on this recording. Listen, and this is real. This is actually has happened. All right?
Report the fact that me and my friends were just jumped on a bus for being black.
Just after 1 a.m. on January 30th.
We were just jumped on the bus for being black. Got it.
Ariella Gudio, Alexis Briggs, and Aisha Burwell, all 20-year-old college students at the University at Albany, claiming they were the
20 years old and already at this level of manipulation and maliciousness. Do you think these women will change? Absolutely not. They're just going to get better with their manipulation and lying tactics as they get older. Period. I can't say that verbatim. Like, maybe some of these chicks will be like, okay, I'm not going to do this shit again. But people really don't change.
The only black students on a city bus when they were called racial slurs and hit by several white males.
Public enemy number 1, white male.
They say they were surrounded by students and felt threatened. They fought back. 2 of the girls called 911.
It was a racially fueled crime. We were 3 black girls jumped by like 20 white people.
3 black girls jumped by like 20 white people. Racially fueled crime. Let's be honest. Let's be real honest. Black people don't call the police, guys. If some shit goes down, they usually don't call the police because they don't fucking trust them. I mean, that's just the truth. That's the bottom line right there, the real reality of it. Checking this out even more.
University staff and students immediately rallying behind the girls. But
look at this. Here they are, all 3 of them. Protect our black women. I stand with blah, blah, blah. Everybody, we have a rally for them. These girls are the victims. OMG.
University staff and students immediately rallying behind the girls. But within hours of that rally, an Instagram video posted online showing what looks like the girls approaching the men first. The university and city immediately launching an investigation.
I ask all of us to not rush to judgment.
Of course not, because it's going to make you look terrible.
Leading to the release of this surveillance video from inside the bus that night, witnesses on board telling police it wasn't the men, but the women who were the aggressors.
It definitely looks like it wasn't what the girl said it was that happened, and actually it looks like the opposite.
But the girls maintain they are the victims. This week, all 3 girls in court pleading not guilty to charges of 3rd-degree assault. Civil rights activists now concerned about what this case could mean for future racial crimes.
When there's another incident or a similar incident, will the community believe this? And that is very troubling for many people.
And 2 of the girls have also been charged with falsely reporting an incident. By the way, we should tell you, the video does not make clear.
And here he is, gotta cover his ass. This is my favorite part. Take a look here.
Been charged with falsely reporting an incident. By the way, we should tell you, the video does not make clear exactly what happened. A jury may have to decide.
A jury may not have to. Oh, God, Megan. So again, you see, they called up the police, and they're just like, oh, my God, this is a racially charged, racially fueled attack, and we don't appreciate what's happened, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. They believe it. Majority of people, they fucking threw a rally for these girls. It like I said, it's just like how quickly people are to just rush to blindly believe chicks. And the thing is, these girls are aware of it. You think these girls didn't think they could get away with that? You really think they didn't think they can get away with that? Delusional. Not cool at all. Because when there is like the woman the woman at the end who was actually working for a civil rights movement, she was saying like, hey, all this really does is make it harder for actual victims of a crime. That was 2016. I will say this. I do believe that there is a rising tide coming of men, younger men, and men in general who are fed up with women's shit. They're not fully red-pilled, but they are fed up with women's shit in the United States. They're just not strong enough to speak up and actually do something about it. Okay? So, we got more clips here. The bunch of these are all from our boys.
Morning, Jim.
Oops, our boys at the Fresh and Fit podcast. There's a couple of them that are just like exceptionally insufferable. One, I think we're going to continue with the theme of the insufferable Israeli girl, whatever her name is. I would love to have her in the Fresh and Fit podcast studio. Rollo was nice to her when she was on the saws, but Rollo's trying to keep a nice, amicable image as he really is going straight up to like the mainstream. It's happening. But yeah, let's take a look here. This is a great clip. This is from the actual Fresh and Fit channel, 625,000 subscribers. They're doing a great job. Let's take a look here what we got.
Why are men so intimidated by the idea of coming home to a independent woman?
We're not intimidated. It's
I
a
would
headache.
think that an independent woman, like independence, is an attractive quality.
No.
How would you define independence?
You guys don't donate $100 right now.
Yeah, don't know.
You're a
Thank
beta
you.
male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's Geeky_anomaly. $5 super chat says the tide has turned. Have you seen who got elected as president in South Korea? He's a self-proclaimed anti-feminist. Well, the first okay, the president who was, I didn't know South Korea got a new president, okay, but I do know the previous president is President Moon. And President Moon was the president that replaced the first female president in Korea, had this huge feminist movement behind her. Korea is the #1 feminist movement in Asia, right? Obviously because they're super Americanized. So what ended up happening was she was the first female president, right? And she was also the first president in Korean history to be impeached and removed from office. Why? She was controlled by a team of oligarchs. But that only happens in other countries. That doesn't happen in America. We're the best. Our elections are 1,000% legit. Our politicians are not corrupt. Don't even ask why Nancy Pelosi has a net worth of $250 million, yet she's only paid $220,000 per year for the majority of her political career. Don't you ask those kind of questions. Just go to work and be a good wagey. Okay? Go and be a good slave. Don't ask questions. Take it all seriously. The system is not falling apart before our eyes. Not at all. No. No. America number one. Gays, trans people. We need more trans people in the military. We need more homosexuals on the front line. Okay? We need to support trans children. We need body positivity. Stop fat shaming. Stop slut shaming. Okay? Believe all women. That is the American way.
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
Geeky Anomaly, another $5 super chat. Thank you very much. To all you men that send me money, I want to just tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because I know your money doesn't come easy because you're actually men who work hard for your money. So thank you so much, guys. Every I've been there. I have been struggling. I've been down and out before. Okay. I remember in 2018, I got a consult when it was $70 an hour. And I remember I was just like, thank God, because I got to buy food this week because I was going through a tough time financially, very tough time. So I know what it's like, guys. So every one of you guys that sends me a super chat from the bottom of my heart, seriously, thank you, okay? Geeky Anomaly says, the new president is the man who literally prosecuted her and had her removed. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it, okay? Do I read poll, MLD? No, I don't. I try to stay away from stuff. Guys, I deleted Twitter off my phone again. I don't seem to learn because I'm retarded. But I deleted Twitter off my phone like 2 days ago. I swear to God, I'm like 25% happier. It blows my mind. Anyways, going back to this, this chick right here, whatever her name is, Miss Israeli, right? She is a speed manipulator. She is a hyper manipulator. And nobody can seem like, because she's very good at what she does. She pulls everybody in and makes this emotional whirlwind, but all she does at the end of the day is either hard disagree or try to put herself as the authority to just say, no, I'm right and you're wrong, and I'm going to use emotions and manipulation to back this up. So she's saying, why are guys intimidated by an independent woman? I'm not intimidated by an independent woman. I'm not intimidated by any woman, because intimidated means I feel like you're better than me in some way. Physically speaking, I'm the only women I'm intimidated by are like women that weigh the same as me and like are purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and above. Okay, I will be intimidated by those women in the context of a grappling match. Okay, I will be, because clearly the skill level's there, right? That's about the context of intimidation I'll be. All right? But again, what is the modern woman's tool? The number one thing they know how to use that is actually their weakness. Shame. Okay? Shame is their number one weakness. And so they are trying to shame the men by calling them insecure, okay? By calling them intimidated. All emotionally driven attacks. Why are men intimidated by independent women? This fucking bitch is not even independent. I guarantee you her dad is giving her money for something. Because people who work for everything and are hard workers, they're not insufferable like her at all.
I mean, in simple terms, a woman who doesn't need a man but wants a man and wants to be also. I mean, I can provide in my own ways, and the man will provide in his own ways. However that dynamic works, it'll work.
Okay, so you said a woman who doesn't need a man but wants a man.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by I'm trying to understand what do you mean by not?
I mean, I'm not a child. I don't need a parent. You know, I want to be in a partnership. I want somebody who will, if I'm younger.
See, so right there, he's asking like, what's independent woman? She automatically showed the world her frame right there. When a man is better than her, smarter than her, and superior to her, it triggers her inferiority complex. And she says, I don't need a parent. So really, what this really triggers back to is her dad. Her dad is the backbone of all her issues right now. No one's going to tell me otherwise. I personally think, and I could be wrong, and I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong, but from my analysis of this chick, I'm pretty sure she is salty about the traditional gender roles because I'm pretty sure she saw her dad like cheating on the mom and the mom's still staying with her. And that's why she hates these traditional gender roles.
Younger than him, for example, I want him to strive to raise me to his level. Just like I feel like a top tier men are drawn to people who they want to be their peers eventually. They like lifting people up, and I think that in a relationship it should be the same.
Well, I think for me,
and that's the thing. No, because what she's looking for is more parasitic. Okay. You don't get in a relationship with a woman to bring her up to the same level as you in regards to everything. And that's what she's talking about. Financially, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff, right? When you get in a relationship with a girl, she has to level up with you. That's for sure. But not how she's saying it here.
I think you're viewing it as a woman. I think it's hard to view it as a man. I think it's a reality thing because there's certain things that you value that men wouldn't value. So for example, let's say you made $200,000 a year, right? And your man made $50,000 a year, you would eventually want him to get there. Is that fair to say, ladies?
Absolutely.
And if he was lazy and he didn't want to get there, he wanted to stay at 50,000, would that be a turnoff? If he didn't want to get better?
Yeah, it's not about laziness.
See, no, and then he's saying, would that be a turnoff? And she's like, well, it's not about laziness. And let me try to strangle off the conversation here as well.
Here's another example. If I wanted,
and here let me manipulate the conversation anymore. So again, and this is how fast, dude, guys, this is 1 minute and 39 seconds into the fucking video here, but I'm trying to show you the speed of deception and manipulation and social prowess that women have. Now she's a hyper manipulator. She's an exceptional piece of shit, quite frankly. But I want to break this down for you guys so you can understand it in your life. Because these chicks will do this shit to you in the office. These chicks will do it to you in the corporate world. They will do it to you in the gym. They will do it to you everywhere, okay? I used to work at this gym, right? It was called Metro 24/7 Fitness in Orlando, right? It was on University. No. It was on Alpha and Colonial, right? And this chick, her name was Natalie, right? And Natalie's flirting with me. Natalie wanted the pipe, right? But I really wasn't feeling it because she's like, we should go hang out and chill. And I was like, no, I should go straight to your house because based upon the way you look, that's how I feel your level of investment. Like the level of investment I should give you. Like you're not a girl that's pretty enough to go out on drinks and girl that's pretty enough to go out and have dinner and stuff. You are, I can go straight to your house. We can watch a movie and have sex and then I'll go home and we'll see where it goes from there, right? If the sex and personality is good, maybe you can get more access to me. She didn't like the fact that I didn't want to take her out. What ended up happening was she would listen to me and she would, listen to me being like, because at that time they only paid me minimum wage. It was like $7 something, right? And I was working my side hustle at the same time while going to school full time. So she was like, well, I told her I'm not going to do certain things because the company doesn't pay me enough. I said, they're paying me $7 an hour. I'm going to give them $7 an hour worth of work, right? This company ended up going out of business. It was run by these two gay guys. It was a complete fucking mess. They went bankrupt. They stole a bunch of credit cards information. They charged a bunch of money. It was just a corrupt organization that they were running. It was really pieces of shit running this place. They deserve to go out of business. Anyways, so one day I get a fucking phone call out of nowhere, and then they're like, oh, listen, man, Natalie wrote a long-ass letter to management explaining your bad behavior, and you're fired, right? And I had sat next to this bitch. She had been my friends with me. She was flirting with me, touching my arm. She wanted to get fucked, but I didn't give her what she wanted, which was the level of attention and investment that she felt like she deserved, and ended up manipulating the whole situation, making me look like a terrible employee, writing a huge letter in the corporate world to get me fired. And she says, due to me pointing out this fucking piece of shit employee, I feel like I should be leveled up. I should get more responsibilities, aka I should get more money. Okay? Those kind of women are out there. This chick is a danger to society. This chick is not a good person. Okay? This chick is a liability to have around.
Wanted to study something, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to work for the next 8 years, medical school, for example. Then, if my man that I wouldn't be able to,
let's go back
at 50,000. Would that be a turnoff?
So okay, I have to replay this. So he's saying, you know, if your man made 50,000 a year, you made 200,000, but he didn't want to fucking work hard to get to 200,000. Would that be unattractive? Yes or no? Would his laziness be attractive?
Want him to get there. Is that fair to say, ladies?
Absolutely.
And if he was lazy and he didn't want to get there, he wanted to stay at 50,000, would that be a turnoff? If he didn't want to get better?
It's not about laziness. Here's another example. If I
It's not about laziness. All right. What's it about?
wanted to study something, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to work for the next 8 years, medical school, for example, then if my man is willing to support me, I want him to eventually be happy with my success.
Yeah. So let me finish my example, and I wanted to answer.
So what the fuck does that even mean? Well, what was the hell was that example? I want my man to be happy with my success. We're not even fucking talking about that. I think Fresh is kind of onto it because you look at his face right here. He's like, what is this fucking bitch talking about? I have no idea why this chick is being paraded around on all these fucking channels with her idiotic stances. Like she was on the what's that guy's name? The Saz Talk with Rollo and Torsha. Torsha, I get it because she's riding the coattails of Rollo, right? And so that's fine, whatever. Let her do her fucking thing. And at least she's like putting out some decent content on her channel. But this other chick is just so vapid and useless. I have no idea why they're parading her around. And all they're doing is fueling her insufferability because she's like, look at me, I'm being around. I'm on this show. I'm on this show. I'm on this show. Blah, blah, blah.
Answer your question. So the point is that you guys want a man to get on your level. So guys, if a woman was making $50,000 and you're making 200,000, do you want her to make 200,000? Is that a priority for you guys?
No, not a priority.
So you see, guys, they don't view it that way. They like you gotta think about it. Men are conditioned to protect and provide from thousands of years. So men are not looking for a teammate who can do what they do. You know, like it's like the best way I can break it down.
But it's not about doing. Sorry.
See that she can't even control the vitriol coming out of her mouth. She's, I'm sorry to cut you off. I can't even control myself, and that's why good on Torsha or Tori, whatever the hell her name is, who called her out, and she's like, I can see that you're triggered. She's like, I'm not triggered, when she actually clearly was very, very, very triggered. This chick also has fucking some sort of emotional trauma, something rooting from her childhood for sure, and that's why she's so like loud and insufferable.
Sorry for interrupting you. I apologize. But it's not about doing what they do. It's about doing me and being supported and
So here's
supported
doing me and being supported. Okay, so I want to be in a relationship. I want to be acting completely independently on my own while still receiving the benefits from the man in the relationship.
She belongs to the streets.
Emotionally and
here's a problem. A man with options can choose. And unfortunately, you're the worst option. No disrespect.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's fantastic. I forgot he said that.
No disrespect, because here's the reality. There's two guys, right? There's a guy that makes 500,000. All things are equal. They're both handsome. They're both tall. They're both successful in their own sense, right? One is a successful teacher making 50,000. One is a successful doctor making 500,000. Which one is more attractive?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I blinked out a second ago.
Okay, cool. So,
what an arrogant bitch. It's like she doesn't even pay attention to the context of the argument because she's so deluded in her own fucking egocentric view of the world. Only thing that matters is what she says.
So there's two guys and everything is equal. Okay.
Thank you.
One of them makes 50,000. One of them makes 500,000. Which one is more attractive? Everything is equal.
It's okay to say the truth.
I know.
It's okay to say the truth, right?
Listen.
The feminism in her won't allow it.
No. I'll answer honestly.
I want an equal partner.
I'm just as mesmerized by fancy, shiny things as any other person is. I find that sometimes men who have a lot become entitled.
Listen.
Yeah, see, and good on him for fucking. I think his name's Afiz. Good on him for cornering her and locking her down. But look how she's trying to wiggle out of it. You see?
Listen, I just said everything was equal.
Okay, then yeah, for sure the man who has more because my life would be better.
Because you value that more. So what you got to understand is women who think independence, you like that in men.
Yeah.
A man being independent, a man not needing you, a man to be able to take care of his stuff on his own. That's what you value in men. Men don't want that in women. Because the reality of the matter is when a woman is really turned on by a man, when a woman is really in love with a man, when she really respects him, she becomes utterly dependent upon him because she does not want him to leave.
So here's what I don't like. My biggest fear is to lose my independence and to rely on somebody else.
No, your biggest fear is submitting to a man because you're afraid of getting hurt. That's all this girl is, guys. All her fancy words, all her manipulation, her endorsement of the LGBT community, the black community, Palestine, Israel, all the social razzle-dazzle, it is all to cover the fact that she is a hurt little girl. And this is all a defense mechanism. That's all this is. Okay? It is a self-preservation technique. Period. Nothing more. Nothing less. Smash like, by the way.
And know where that comes from? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I've been independent since I was 18, and I think it's a very important thing to me.
I know, but where does that fear come from?
I don't know. I don't want to rely on anyone. I wasn't brought up to rely on anyone, and I don't think
exactly that came. So what happened in childhood? Either your experience showed you or somebody communicated that to you, because you're talking about I have a fear. You can't live your life according to fear. Imagine me saying I have a fear of crashing on a plane. I can never get on the plane.
Damn.
So your whole relationship movement is based upon a fear. That's unhealthy. And so what I've noticed is a lot of women.
Did this chick really get pumped and dumped by Tristan Tate? That is fucking hilarious. Please tell me she had the arrogance to think that she could control Tristan. Please, somebody tell me. If you're a chick and you get involved with the Tate brothers, the only thing you need to get used to saying is yes, sir. Because that's the only thing those guys are going to tolerate. They literally do not need to put up with any bullshit from any fucking woman.
Women, when they move in a relationship, it's based out of fear. You can't live your life based upon fear.
I think it's unhealthy to put yourself in situations where you could potentially be left with nothing.
But that's...
And then why did you suck Tristan Tate's dick? Oh, man. The man. Man. That is hilarious. They say one thing, but the actions show the truth every time.
And that's the mindset.
That's the fear.
You see how you're living your life? You're living your life worst case scenario thinking. Yep. Imagine me saying I don't want to start a business because if I open a business, I can lose all my money, because that's a risk of starting a business. You can put all your time, energy, effort, and money and research into a business and lose it all. So what happens is a lot of women have seen either from divorces in their family, either from their mom whining, complaining, or they've seen a woman being in an unhealthy situation, and now their fear is the worst case possible scenario.
So here's another worst case possible scenario.
But you do not see how.
See, she's again. Here's another worst case possible scenario. All she's trying to do is take control of the conversation. She's trying to control the narrative. Hafiz is a smart guy. I mean, and to be honest, that's why he runs a seriously successful business, right? The Roommates podcast. He's able to see past this stuff. He's very socially dialed in. And I know did another breakdown of him like losing frame against that Jessie girl, because he did lose frame and he didn't understand female nature at that point. However, at this point, he is good at cornering her.
Living like that is a problem.
I do understand. I completely agree, but I do think that there's a place for responsibility. And women in relationships, because there is a power dynamic, oftentimes can be put in situations where they can't get out.
So
No. Okay. All the truth of life clearly shows that is not the case. Women initiate the majority of divorces. What is that? Getting out of a situation. Women leave men way more often than men leave women. There's not an epidemic of men ghosting women and blocking them. Women are the ones ghosting people and blocking them. Women are the ones that view men as disposable objects. Men do not view women on the grand scheme of things as disposable objects. High value men, like the Tate brothers, myself, yes. The average man, no.
Here's a problem. You said oftentimes. That is your personal experience.
It's not my personal experience. All of my relationships.
It's not my personal experience. Then cite the data, because all data is blatantly showing you you're fucking wrong. Blatantly showing you are irrefutably wrong.
If you guys don't donate $100 right now,
perfect timing.
You're a beta male.
Thank you for the
you're
$20.
Cuck, you're blue pill for life.
Roberto,
send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's Roberto F. Another guy who is dealing with a psychotic situation with his ex. Has 2 wonderful children. Ex is running those kids into fucking ground. She's the one that left. She's the one that got out of the situation that this crazy Israeli bitch is saying in situations we can't get out of. He says, "Oh man, this is great, John. I can't stop laughing. Great analysis. Thank you so much." Nick Nelson says, "This chick is pump and dump." Bro, 10,000%. I mean, I'll drink to that. Drink my water to that.
Relationships have ended amicably, and I respect all of my exes. I've never been abused, thank God. I've never had any like negative situation like that where I relied on someone. Never.
So let me tell you why this is your personal experience. Because when it comes to divorce, if you can look it up right now, we have all the
There you go. I forgot he mentioned this, but there you go.
data. Women divorce men at higher rates than men divorce women. 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. We have Google right now. We can go ahead and pull it up. So the reality of women being left by men is a misnomer. It is feminine mythology.
I'm not talking about. My concern is not being left by a man. My concern is jumping head on into a relationship where I'm feeling like I'm being supported and helped. Eventually, losing my independence because I'm relying on him. I don't need to work if somebody's paying my rent.
What does that mean?
No, and no. She's changing her tone there. She's saying like, "Oh, losing my independence." Blah blah blah. No, earlier she's saying being put in a situation where she couldn't escape.
So I'm explaining. Wait, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I lost my train of thought because I don't have a fucking train of thought. All I have is a series of manipulative emotional arguments to sway the average dude who is an idiot and doesn't understand these things. Because the only reason she acts like this and the only reason she continues to act like this is because it served her in the past. Do you guys get this? She's not acting like this like just on the show. This is a pattern of behavior with her. And people continue their patterns of behavior because it brings them something that they want. So she's got what she's wanted in life so far by being this manipulative little, like, arrogant fucking piece of shit, quite frankly. I mean, I paused it at the perfect time. Look at his face. Because, you see, he runs a very successful business when he talks about relationships, knowing yourself, discovering your masculinity, healing your traumas, all that shit, right? He actually did a great video about self-image and how weight loss and having a healthy version of himself internally allowed him to get the body that he wants, right? So he's super smart. You're not going to get past him on this typical, this surface level psychological manipulation tactic that she's trying to pull on him.
What did you say a second ago?
What I
see, she's just losing train of thought because she's really. This is the second time she's done that in the conversation.
Said is that women are not even men. Your fear. You literally said the fear.
Oh, okay. I remember what I was talking about. Okay, my fear isn't that I won't be able to. My fear isn't that my man will leave me. My fear is that I won't be able to leave because I'll be put in a situation where I can't leave.
Okay, so.
And again, she's just creating some like mythological situation where she's just shackled like a fucking episode of Saw in the fucking basement, shackled to the fucking stove.
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
BJ Tucker $5 super chat. Guys, thank you for the donations. We're at $69.99 today for the super chats. That's awesome. Uncle Klaus's granddaughter spreading the global homo sapien gospel. That's right. We must support the global homo sapien agenda.
That fear is based upon a worst case scenario.
Yes.
You're living your life on.
And look at her face. You see this? You see this face right here? This is a woman who is just loving the emotional high, the drama, and the attention she's getting. I have seen this in the eyes of women before. This is the face of crazy. What's even funnier is, when was this? This was like April 2021, right? Oh, Lord. She has already like mutilated her face with fucking tons of Botox and plastic surgery. If you look at her in the most recent Saws Talks podcast. So I'm going to keep going here, boys. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to use the bathroom. Take a look at what we got coming up this Sunday with Patreon coaching. For watching today's episode of Interview with a Man. We're going to get right back to the show. But I wanted to take a moment to remind you that if you need personal help with dating and getting your money right specifically, we offer that services over on my Patreon. All you need to do is go to patreon.com/modernlifedating. What we do is on the second and fourth Sunday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a group coaching call where men from all over the world come in with their questions on how to get their dating and their money right. If you're having trouble with your dating life, if you're having trouble with your finances, let me help you. I have turned my life around and I can help turn your life around. All you need to do is go to patreon.com/modernlifedating. There is limited enrollment. It is only limited to 150 members, and already more than half of that has been filled up. This will be filled up, so don't forget, take action now, lock in your space. Go to patreon.com/modernlifedating, and let's get some coaching for you today. All right, we're back. Yikes, this girl gives me a headache. But yeah, if you take a look here, I've known a series of girls who get off in like drama, like in dramatic situations like this. It's very toxic. It's not good at all.
On a worst case scenario, if you take that energy into business, you'll never be successful.
But
if you
relationships...
let me finish. If you take that energy into finances, you'll never have any money. If you take that energy into friendship, you'll never have any friends. So what happens is that if you're living your life based upon a scenario that a fearful thing can happen, that's on you. But the wise thing to be is to be like, okay, that's a possibility. So how can I, as a woman, find the right kind of man who will support me and help me not make that happen? There's no way possible you're going to find a guy where 100% of the time he will never do anything wrong.
So
life is a risk. Go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Oh, what a pig. Hater.
Number one.
Can I speak something? Can I? Not even letting him finish the thought. Here's the thing. When somebody cuts you off and you're not even in the situation where you are finishing your thought, you're not even finishing your sentence and they're already cutting you off, they already stopped listening like 10 seconds ago. Take a look here. She does it.
Do anything wrong.
So
life
may I
is a
respond?
risk. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Number one, I do think that being a woman in the world, you do have to live not in fear. Maybe fear is the wrong word to use, but you do have to be very, very conscious and cautious of all the dangers around you. And relationships can turn dangerous at a certain point.
Even though majority of them don't, but okay, let's continue to go down this psychotic worst case scenario you're living your life by.
That's number one. I'm not saying I'm living out of fear. Not at
You are.
all. Every relationship that I've
What
been
does
in.
that mean, though? You just said relationships can turn dangerous at a certain point. You know what's very fascinating about this is what you just shared? What do you mean by dangerous? You mean domestic violence?
Also.
Okay, so let's talk about domestic violence. You know what's fascinating? Do you know domestic violence in lesbian couples are the highest of all couples?
I mean, I'm not. Whether it's lesbians or straights or anything, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Being in a relationship where you're relying 100% where you're codependent is unhealthy. And
No. And we're not talking about codependency here, okay? If you want to be in a relationship that's successful, you have to submit to the man. Period. Not very mainstream friendly advice, but what has the mainstream advice got in America? A nation of broken families, a nation of broken homes, a nation of broken people. All thanks to the feminist movement, a female-led movement. And this is not fucking like a anti-women, we hate women kind of shit going on here. All right, this is just the hardcore facts of the situation.
in my opinion.
Codependence.
Respectfully.
See, this is what happens when you create straw mans. When you make an extreme. So on one end of the extreme is codependency.
Look at these four girls like, we want some attention too.
Well, I have nothing without you. Another end of the extreme is where you're probably at. Independency. I am without you. But the healthy medium is interdependency, is that I could exist without you, but I not only want you, but I need you.
So can I say...
Let me finish. Because I'm be honest with you, right now, the energy that you're on is masculine energy.
Oh God, no.
No, why? Because you're comfortable. And this is the problem. You're comfortable with having to usurp your way. So a lot of times there's no, when there's a relationship, when women say they want equality, there's no equality. There's no two kings in one castle. There's no two presidents in one country. There's no two CEOs of one company. There's always a leader and somebody submits to your leadership. You want to be in charge.
I don't. I absolutely don't.
Yes, you do. You've already said that.
I will say my dating style, I love a man who will.
Your dating style is getting pumped and dumped, first and foremost. Let's just, that's your dating style.
Support me, lift me up, help me. But at the same time, I'm not going to relinquish all of my power.
I understand it, but what I'm saying is that what you're communicating is an idea which you feel like you represent. But I'm telling you right now, from even communicating with you, from this conversation, talk to hundreds of women, the energy that you have is very masculine energy.
Oh my God.
You can say all that you want, but the idea is you want somebody to join your team. You want somebody to join your program.
Look, she's causing these bitches to drink. They're so stressed out.
You want someone to follow and
I want to join
you.
someone's team just the same. I think
that's not how it works. That's not how it works. When two companies merge, one company joins one company. When two kingdoms merge, one king joins one kingdom.
And that's fine. But I'm not going to put my personal well-being in jeopardy.
Which is
healthy. I think
extreme.
it's healthy. Why is it an extreme to care?
if you're going to get in a relationship with somebody who you think will jeopardize your safety, you're a fucking idiot. It starts with the first date. Then you guys have sex. And then you guys consistently meet and have sex. And then the girl pushes for the relationship. And then you're in the relationship. And then the girl pushes for marriage. And then you get married. If you're going to go along those series of events and be afraid of the person that they might hurt you, you're a fucking idiot. If you're ignoring red flag after red flag after red flag, you're a moron. And that's what she's saying. Is she's like, I'm not going to get in a relationship with somebody that could potentially be harmful to me. It's going to take a series of events to get there. And if you're too fucking dumb to notice this along the way, then you're just showing how dumb you are as an individual, in this case, as a fucking modern woman.
You're care about yourself?
No, you're making an extreme argument. You're saying that I'm putting my personal well-being in jeopardy. You're not. A lot of women who are in happy, healthy relationships, they're not putting their personal well-being in jeopardy. By being with a masculine man and submitting to them happily, they're actually putting their personal well-being at the forefront of their life, and they're benefiting from it, from that masculine man's lead. But in your situation, let me tell you what's going to happen. Unfortunately, you're going to have to find a feminine man who's going to have to follow you, who's going to have to be led by, and you know what happens? Of course you don't want that, because no woman does. But the number one problem is, though you don't want that, the man that you want won't want you. And
I'll be honest, I've never had any of these issues in any relationship in my life.
Okay.
Well, you did get dumped by Tristan Tate, so you got that one going for you. I've not been in that relationship with any man in my life, right? Yeah, you also are not in a relationship, and you've been in a series of failed relationships, to be quite honest. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Just hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Oh, man. I love it. I truly love it. I just got to say. And the thing is, girls like her, they're so arrogant. She won't probably change until she realizes her beauty is going to need to fade away, because she's surrounded by yes men who only want to fuck her. She thinks she's so deluded in her perception of her value. There's like, well, all these men around me agree, and all these girls around me agree. The girls are just as deluded as you are, right? Because that's just the world we live in right now. Delusional women just saying whatever the fuck, wanting to be validated for whatever they feel, right? And guys going along being yes men because they just want to fuck you, because that's the only way you showcase yourself to the world is in a sexual manner. Like, I think, is her Instagram here? No. Shucks. Is it? Damn it. Can somebody link me her Instagram in the chat? I thought it would be here. I've seen her Instagram before. I'm just really upset that she wears a huge padded bra and her tits are small. That's just like false advertisement. I don't like it at all. Really annoying. One of my biggest pet peeves. Is she a bartender? Please don't tell me she's a bartender. Is this what she does? She's a bartender? No way. I'm going to rewind that again. Please somebody put her Instagram in the chat so I can pull it up to show everybody what's going on. Oh, my God.
Personal well-being at the forefront of their life. Be led by, and you know what happens? Of course you don't want that, because no woman does. But the number one problem is, though you don't want that, the man that you want won't want you. And
like Tristan Tate.
I've never had any of these issues in any relationship in my life.
Okay, then why are you still single right now?
What? Well, I didn't say I'm single.
Oh, but you are single. You are single.
Okay, so you're not single.
I mean, I'm seeing a person in my
so
life.
You're single.
I really don't want to share personal details of my life, but
You're single, bitch. Just deal with it.
I am in a very good place right now.
Let me be honest with you. You're doing what women try to unfortunately do when they're in a social setting. You're
generalizing, but go ahead.
Well, this is just commonality between men and women.
She's saying, go ahead. She's trying to control the dynamic of the conversation. See, and this is like very masculine, disgusting, and for a guy like me, I don't care. Like for me, so surface level, right? Is she an attractive girl? Yeah, she is attractive, right? Just surface level, but I am not attracted to this girl. I am really like very turned off by this girl. Like just being with her, I think I would just start just gagging. It's just, no.
You're doing is you're using the English language to shape reality instead of to express reality. You see that you don't want people to look down upon you for being single. I'm not shaming you for being single. So therefore
I am.
Let me finish. So therefore you're trying to share, well, I'm not single. I may be single. You're single. So moving forward in this conversation, use English to express reality. And the reality of the matter is, yes, you are single. That's the truth.
Okay, can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Cornered again.
Go ahead.
I keep losing my train of thought. You're confused because you're talking at me and then you keep telling me not to interrupt, and then my train of thought like loses me. So I do apologize. But why is it so important for people to strive to be in a relationship? My priority at the moment,
of course.
So of course she's got to change the argument now, like completely changing the whole direction of the conversation. The whole conversation has been about being in a relationship and the roles she wants to be in a relationship. And now she's like, well, why is everybody so obsessed about being in a relationship? Do you see? And this is 12 minutes and 29 seconds, but I've been breaking her down I think this has been close to an hour that I'm breaking this down. Do you see like the levels of manipulation and deception and very underhanded ways of communicating? This is not a very sincere person. This is not a very honest, decent person.
If you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's well, I'm very glad that nobody knows her Instagram because at least you guys aren't simping for her. Thank God. This girl is the daughter of a rich man in Miami. She's on a disruptive mission. MGTOW by Logic, 1999 super chat says her dating style is the same as most chicks. Lie, saying I want a nice guy, then enjoy getting ran through till they find a nice guy whom they defraud as much as possible before running to Pookie. A little bit extreme. I wouldn't say that entirely, but I will say that she doesn't get it. She doesn't understand that the guys she likes are not going to like her for long periods of time. And they're going to do what guys do with girls like her. Use her for sex and then discard her. Because that's the only purpose she really serves to guys that she's attracted to, masculine men. You think I'm going to bring some woman like this into my life, arguing with me all the time, challenging me, saying she wants things her way and all that? No, I want a woman who's going to be like, damn, I love you. And I love the mission that you're on. And I love you so much that I want to be with you. And I want to support you. That's what masculine men want. I don't want some bitch with a fucking agenda. Quite frankly, I don't care what your hopes and dreams are. I'll listen to them. But my dreams and my hopes are going to be forefront of this relationship. That's why you're with me in the first place.
But let me just say, you preach this to men as well. You say, men, if you want a high value man, work on yourself, be better yourself. So I'm saying my job right now in life is to work on myself, become a better version of myself.
I love it.
And eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to be with a person who will deserve that.
I love it.
That's all.
So my question to you, what are 3 things that you're working on today that's going to make you desirable to the high value man that you want? What are those 3 things that you're working on today?
Social circles. I think that network.
9 times out of 10, a woman's social circle is going to be detrimental to your relationship, and you're going to have her get rid of some people if you want to have a healthy relationship that doesn't end in divorce like the majority of relationships do. That's the hard truth. Because a woman coming into your life, especially if you're a guy watching my kind of shit, she's going to be a normie. And she's going to have normie behaviors. And she's going to have normie friends. And normie friends are going to have toxic fucking patterns in them. And you cannot have external toxicity seeping into your relationship via your girl and expect to live at your highest level of performance as a man. Period.
Working is very important.
Okay.
Another thing is I hope that I will be able to be successful in my life.
Okay. Another one. Successful. Got it. So, social circle, nobody gives a shit. It's actually more likely to be a liability. Successful, don't give a shit. I'm already successful. I'm successful for the both of us 17 times over. I don't give a fuck.
And I mean, it's pretty shallow, but also I think that looks are important, and I take care of myself.
Cool. So
that's the only thing that she said that makes sense. Looks, being attractive. That's it. So you're 2 out of 3 wrong. This is why you're single. This is why you're getting pumped and dumped all around the 305.
out of those 3 things that you mentioned, you said social circle, success, and looks. The only thing that really is relevant to a high value man is going to be the looks. So the unfortunate reality is that a lot of women such as yourself, they say, I'm working on myself to be more desirable to a man. But the things that you're working on, a man does not want. Imagine a man saying, okay, I'm working on myself to be more desirable to women. And you know what I'm doing? I'm learning how to wear fluorescent dresses. Is he doing something that'll make him more desirable to women?
There's probably a woman out there.
Shut up, bitch. Jesus Christ. Just shut up. Just shut up. That's just like my... Just shut up.
Yeah, see, it's easy to make that argument. Let's be realistic. Is he doing something that's making him more desirable to top tier women?
Probably not.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm not disagreeing with you on most of your points.
I know, of course not.
You better not. It'd be fucking detrimental to you, even though you are actually disagreeing on him on every fucking point he's made.
I know. So
I just want to make that a point. Like
we understand. We understand.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the comments. Just you and me talking right now.
That's fine. I'm not looking at
So the point I'm trying to make is that when women say I'm working on myself, a lot of times they're not working on themselves in a way that's going to make them more desirable to other men. So to the point of, yes, our podcast, we're telling men to do things that tangibly, same as Fresh and Fit, we're telling men to do things tangibly.
So anyways, that's that clip right there. Okay. Because I just want to show you like that. And the thing is, most guys, when they fucking get in a conversation with a girl like that, they will just bow down. They don't have the social prowess. They don't have the intelligence. They don't have the speed. They don't have anything to counter this shit. And this is why I'm doing this, to show you guys the reality of the situation, which is that there are women like this that exist, okay? There's one more clip I want to show you here, right? And it's really important because this girl is equally as insufferable as this is the Israeli chick, right? Really funny because you could see that this girl is also very like she is just so triggered and so okay. When you have, I hate to use the word triggered, but just hear me out, okay? So here's the deal. When you have some kind of trauma inside of you, when you have some kind of brokenness internally inside of you, it kind of revs up like an engine. And it revs up in a way that causes you to feel emotionally unwell. Okay, you can feel it building up, right? And if you keep it inside you, okay, this is what the real word triggering you. Not like I'm triggered by white people, okay? Like no. Or I'm triggered by the patriarchy or whatever, like, you know, demeaning use of that fucking word that's been happening in today's modern culture for the last couple of fucking years, right? That's fucking hilarious, Elliot. So when you're saying something to a person that has some kind of emotional trauma, they're gonna build up this emotional uncertainty and a very unpleasant feeling internally, right? And they can't even control themselves, and they need to speak. And by speaking is a way of them kind of venting emotionally, okay? And in certain situations like this, one coming up here, and the Israeli girl, they're going to vent to let the words like, release the emotions that they have inside them, the negative emotions that they're feeling. And sometimes they'll vent and try to make a point to soothe themselves internally as well. Does that make sense to you guys? BJ Tucker with the $5 super chat coming in says, I got to stop watching this stuff. Makes project onto wifey. Nah, we'll talk about that. That's another show actually.
You guys don't donate $100 right now.
Thank you so
You're
much.
You're a beta male.
Thank you so much.
You're a cuck. You're blue pill for
Good
life.
show today.
You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
I don't even rely on super chats at all for my life, but we're at $94.98. So thank you guys for your super chats. Every single one of you guys. Appreciate it. But anyways, let me go back to this, okay? So what I'm trying to say now, when these girls, right? I broke this clip down the other day. I'll just look for it, okay? I wanted to show you the physical signs of the Israeli girl being triggered because it's linking to what I'm saying right now. Because she was on the show.
What's your ideal?
And it was hilarious that Torsha called her out. It was actually tremendously hilarious. And God, this poor girl is mutilating her face with Botox and injections. It's sad. And again, when somebody is okay, so I'll be first to tell you, like, I did have a cosmetic procedure done, okay? But I actually had dark circles under my eyes because I'm half Indian. And you ever like go to a 7-Eleven and see an Indian person working there? Probably a relative of mine, right? Or an Indian person in general. You see a very dark recess under the eye, right? That's just that's like genetically how some Indian people are made. So I got my under eyes filled, right? And it's a very logical thing to do. Like I had dark circles. In addition, the lighting would make them look way worse than they are. So I'm going to be fully transparent and say, like, I did get plastic surgery or whatever on my face. They took some fat out of my right thigh and they put it under my eyes, and it decreased the curvature, which got rid of the shadow effect, right? This girl's 23 years old. I had the procedure done at 35. This girl's 23 years old and already mutilating her face with Botox, and I don't know if she's got her lips done, but she's also wearing a hugely padded bra. So this is a chick that is really not feeling good about herself to the point that she feels like she needs to mutilate her face in order to feel better about herself. And it's like people who are like have healthy internal situations and their face is okay. Because I'll be honest, like prior the clips we were showing, there's nothing wrong with her. She's actually made herself look worse, in my opinion, by all these procedures she's gotten done to her face. What are these glasses for? These are blue blockers. So I do the show. It's 12:24 a.m. Here in Tokyo. So I work late night, guys. The show starts at 10 p.m. for me. And so if I don't wear these blue blockers, all the blue light from these screens keeps me awake all night long. And it messes with my sleep. So I wear blue blockers. That's why I wear them, not because of fashion things or whatever. Although I do look very good in these, if I do say so myself. Okay? John Fox says these 304 stress and MLD out. They do. But going back to the toxicity and being triggered, okay? I'm going to show you an Israeli girl, and then there's another girl who also has a lot of symptoms of quite frankly, a damaged woman. And that's really what the bottom line of modern women is. They're damaged women who were damaged by their mothers, it's just damaged women raising damaged women because they've been incentivized to destroy the family unit through finances and the fucking, the divorce courts in America blatantly, blindly siding with women. In addition to that, you have media, you have social media, you have movies, you have TV shows, you have music, all telling women you can do whatever you want, and anybody disagrees with you is a toxic piece of shit, and you go girl, and you just do whatever you want and forget any sort of accountability. And they're ruining they have ruined America, and America will continue to sink the drain. There's no saving America. It's over. They're voting people they're voting shitty people into office. Politicians know how to manipulate them. Corporations know how to manipulate them. And top tier alpha male guys who have a myriad of choices of women also know how to manipulate them and get them pumped and dumped and leave them out for dry. And the regular guy who would usually have access to them, he has to deal with the leftovers if he even gets that. But let me show you here. So I want to show you, I think Torsia calls her out like right here.
Most men aren't there, though. That's the problem.
I don't want those men, though.
You just said you did, though.
So little things here. Her leg starts to kick. She starts moving her leg, twitching her leg. She starts putting her hands and like twisting them together. And she also cuts off Torsia and multiple points here.
That's
no, I didn't. What did I say? What
you said?
What do you
I
mean?
want to be around men that I'm attracted to, like the guys.
See her hands right there? She's clasping her hands together and then starts squeezing them. You don't do that when you like. When was the last time you're like chilled out and you're relaxed? You're like, oh yeah, I'm so fucking relaxed. I'm gonna crush my own hand and shake my legs and cut people off in conversations. When have you ever smoked some really good weed and you were super chilled out and you did that? Okay.
So what you said?
What do you
I
mean?
want to be around men that I'm attracted to, like the guys that you feel drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be anywhere near your area, like schooling, where you're making more.
I'm not talking about schooling. I'm talking about if I can't have a conversation about politics and I want a politician.
Okay.
If I'm not in those circles where people are discussing those things.
So like education, you would find a guy that is into politics.
If that's what I wanted.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What? Hold on. You guys are not agreeing right here. I'd like to get to the heart of the matter here. What's the problem?
I'm gonna take a step back because I feel like I'm triggering, and so there's no good discourse that comes from emotion. So I'll let it move with.
I didn't think I was reacting with emotion. If that's how you feel, I would.
Okay.
I don't. So I will just say. I want to say right now.
See, and immediately like, I just want to say like, just can't even let her get the conversation out. Can't even let her make a point. And getting triggered by the point that she pointed out, like you're triggered right now, and the contrast between these two women is very, very evident. Like Torsia's very cool, calm. She's not spazzing out all over the place. She's not like twitching like a fucking crackhead. Okay.
If you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're
you.
a beta male.
Thank
you're
you, Glenn
cuck,
Lawrence.
You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's the $1.99 super chat. Facts. Thank you so much, sir. But yeah, look at here.
More than happy to continue having this conversation. I'm definitely not triggered. If you want to stop, that's totally fine.
Let me throw out some numbers at you here.
Roll had to save her.
When a couple gets.
But anyways, you could see how she's like triggered by that whole event, right? I want to point this out too. Actually, let me point this out. Look at here. Like how she quickly. Like how she talks into the microphone because she doesn't like that Torsia called her out.
With emotion, if that's how you feel.
Right there. Look at this. Just look at the vitriol here.
You guys are not agreeing right here. I'd like to get to the heart of the matter here. What's the problem?
I'm gonna take a step back because I feel like I'm triggering, and so there's no good discourse that comes from emotion. So I'll let it move with.
I didn't think I was reacting with emotion. If that's how you feel, I would.
Okay.
I will just say. I want to say right now. I'm more than happy to continue having this conversation.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh Lord. Even Torsia's annoyed. I'm annoyed, and I'm in Tokyo. Anyways, here we go. Here's another girl, not as insufferable as Israel, but she is extremely triggered because she has a laundry list on her Hofax. Okay.
This. You've definitely.
So the girl we're talking about is here. This girl, with the black hair, sitting next to the girl with the pink hair. This girl with the pink hair, this black girl, is actually really cool, calm, and collected. And so is this chick, right? Compared to her in this whole discourse. This is a really good clip. Again, this is from our good friends at the Fresh and Fit Clips channel. They have 190. Some Japanese person confusing 7 and 9. Do you know Japanese people confuse 7 and 9 all the time when you do the language difference? 190 172,000 subscribers on the Fresh and Fits Clips channel. Go over there and subscribe. Great stuff over there. Don't overdo it. Make sure you're working on yourself. Don't get too caught up in red pill drama stuff. Make sure you're doing work on yourself as a man. But great stuff here on the channel. And take a look at what we have here.
Disqualified yourself from a large portion of the same very men that you want to attract.
That's really rude. And I don't.
So right off rip, he's giving her some facts-based data, and she's like, that's really rude. Okay, cool.
Don't agree with you.
Yeah, there's different
I don't
type
agree
of
with
men.
you.
Okay.
I
They
don't
all
agree
have
with you
the
at
same
all.
type.
Okay, and that's
I
fine.
don't.
Tell me why. Sure.
Why? Because there's a lot of men that have gone through enough in their lifetime to understand what it takes to have to pull yourself out of a 6 foot deep hole. Like, so once you figure out how to do that and you do it well and people see your growth, I don't think there's anything wrong with having what you want. Like, honestly, I just don't understand like what your point is compared to like the other.
I'll make it simple. I asked you earlier, would you take a man with no ambition? What'd you say?
I said no.
Okay. Now ask me, do I want to take a woman that has passed?
Okay, but that's not the
But
same.
that's not the same. Okay,
It's
can
not
you
the
can you
same.
can you ask? Can you
Hold on.
ask?
Because
Stop. How's it not the same?
It's not the same because a man with ambition has to have some kind of past.
So they're talking about body count, and past right now, bottom line.
Right? And a woman with no ambition has to have some kind of past. So if your past don't match and your ambition doesn't match, then you're not going to be compatible. But if you have similar pasts and similar ambitions, y'all can fuck some shit up, right?
No.
No. My favorite thing about single women is how much relationship advice they have. It's like, no, bitch. Your advice led you to your current state right now. Single. You're qualified to do one thing and one thing only. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't know how to be in a relationship. Otherwise, you'd be in one. Because women want to be in relationships. Period.
And that's the narrative that set so many women astray. A woman's past
Maybe
absolutely
in
matters.
your experience.
No, it's not my experience. This is how men think. Let me ask you a question. How many men have you had sex with? Exactly. That
right there. Game over.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
It's global. They're ashamed of it. They all are ashamed of it. Because they know deep down inside it's not the good thing they should be doing. They know it's wrong. They know it's wrong.
Proves my point. You don't have to say a word. Your response just hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna explain to you what I meant by that. You don't have to answer that question. But when I asked you that question, you kind of were like, fuck this dude. Why are you asking me that? Correct? It was rude, right? It was rude for me to ask you that, correct?
I'm waiting to hear your point.
Just answer the question. Was it rude when I asked you that?
Yes.
Okay. And it is. Why?
It's not rude. It's culturally deemed rude, but it's not rude. Period.
I would never ask you how many women you've slept with.
Because men and women are not the same. It doesn't fucking matter. A guy's past doesn't matter to a girl.
I will.
Sure.
Like, what's your point of that?
No,
like,
but it
I
made you-
want to know your
Okay.
your intention.
Wait,
for that.
did you feel
because
uncomfortable?
everything you do in life, you should have an intention, and if it's not pure,
I'm getting
I
there.
don't want it.
I'm getting there.
Okay, but your intentions right now are not pure.
Again, emotional manipulation, shame, trying to fucking divert from the fact that a past related to a woman's sexual experiences does matter to men. Period.
Okay.
So what the fuck do you want to know from me?
No.
I'm just wondering.
Please.
Now cussing, getting upset.
Don't be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Okay, I'm being very respectful with
just
you. I'm just trying to prove a
asking.
point here. You felt disrespected and
What-
uncomfortable when I asked that question, right?
I mean, Kind of, not really.
Okay.
Like, I have an answer for you, but do I want to
don't
make
answer
it
it. Don't answer it.
public? I don't need to.
Don't answer it.
I don't need to.
I simply asked you the question to see how you would respond. You responded negatively, which is natural because it is rude for a man to ask a woman about her past.
I would never
Let's
ask
peel.
that about
Let me
you,
finish.
though.
Let me finish.
Stake a pole, life coach.
Okay.
Peel the layer back. Why is that rude to ask a woman about her past? Because women know deep down their sexual history matters. A woman isn't going to go around and say, I had sex with 100 guys openly. Well, most won't exactly. Why? Because women know the more bodies they got.
Who does it matter to? A man. It matters to a man.
And who?
Okay.
Who's the one that gives out rings?
But does it matter?
Who gives out rings?
Right there. You can see her body language too. Pulled back, looking down, submissive. She knows she lost right there.
You're right, but
See? Just those little micro expressions. Watch again.
matter to a man. It matters to a man.
And who?
Okay.
Who's the one that gives out rings?
But does it matter?
Who gives out rings?
It's quick, but you could see it. And she comes back. She's like, "You're right."
You're right, but
Exactly.
Okay, so you're saying we need to censor our life.
You don't have to censor anything. I'm saying that if you have a past and a man finds out, it's going to diminish your ability to get a man to take you seriously. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
So find a man that doesn't know about my past is your point.
Fantastic. Sure, if you want. If you want. But it doesn't change the fact that men have a very big stake in his girl's past and how many dudes she has sex with. This is why if I ask a girl, what's your body count? She ain't going to tell me. She's like, what the fuck? Or she's going to lie. Because you know
what
deep
if
down.
a girl asks you your body count?
It doesn't matter because
you're never going to say it.
I'll say it.
We said it on air many times.
We said it on air many times. It doesn't matter because
It matters right now. What it matters right now?
I'm trying to make a point right now.
You're not.
No girl is going to look at me and be like, I'm not going to marry him because he had sex with 270 women. They're not going to do that. They don't care. That's not going to limit my ability to find a woman.
Well,
but if you go and you say I had sex with 270 men, no one's going to marry you.
No one's going to marry you. It's true. You got.
I love this black chick right here. Oh, look at me being woke, right? No, but seriously, she makes a good point. This black chick with pink hair.
Think of your hole as sacred. Like you can't dig out your hole and think somebody gonna want to respect you after digging out your hole. Like it's just not gonna happen. Like men just don't, like, unconsciously, just like he said, even though we do these deeds in the back of our little minds, you like, damn, was it worth it? And I
see right there, they all know deep down inside they probably shouldn't be doing it. Probably not in their best interest.
You guys don't donate $100 right now.
Okay.
You're a beta male.
Period.
You're a cuck. You're blue
They
pill
know it.
for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And there's no way to get around it. Period. Okay? Sebastian Cardoso, $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Everything she said makes no sense at all. No, exactly, because she's just triggered. Okay, she's triggered, and she's trying to make herself feel better by just arguing. She's trying to control the narrative of the conversation to get everybody on her side, to soothe her, to make her feel better. Because that's how women work. They work like if everybody can. If they're very dependent on validation from other people. Women are the one. There's no such, like, women don't go lone wolf. Men do. Men are the ones like, fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you. I'm gonna do shit my way. I'm the fucking man, and I don't need any of you fucking cocksuckers telling me what you can do in my life. Okay? I don't need you to tell me any goddamn thing. I believe it's going to be my way. I wanted to do it my way. And fuck you. Fuck the village. Fuck the system. Fuck the corporation. Fuck every single one of you guys. I'm out of here. Suck my dick. Women don't ever do that because they need people. They need approval people. Quite frankly, they are not strong enough to do it. Bottom line. And that's what she's doing here. She's trying to get the group to fucking make her feel good about how she feels emotionally. She's trying to get the group to validate her, but Myron is taking control of the frame, saying no, because you're trying to lie to people. You're trying to be delusional. This is the facts, and this is reality, and you're going to live in reality. The next step of manipulation a woman will do is start crying, right? They'll start crying because if they can't get their way one way, they'll just start crying. But she knows she's on a public show in a public area digitally, right? And so she won't do that because it'll be embarrassing. So she just has to sit there and take it. But that's exactly what's happening right here.
I
Say
feel like
something though, men.
Hold on. No,
men
let
are
her
never,
finish, bro. Let her finish.
and I feel like
Merch.
Merch.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I feel like when that happens with us, we hear that voice in the back of our head when we do certain promiscuous deeds. And I feel like that's why women don't take accountability, because they cannot just take that L. They won't take that L because you felt like you gave that person your pussy and you didn't get nothing from it. So it's like you kind of try to fight for it in a sense, but you in the back of our mind, we know we're not supposed to really just be open with our sexuality like that. It's a sacred thing. Like, I think of it as drilling a hole in the wall. Like, if you keep drilling a hole in the hole is gonna get spoiled.
But why do you think that? Because men are able to put how many notches in their belt and be just
like
fine.
a drill gun. You could put how many holes in the wall.
Which is my point. How are men able to?
Because we live by
put
certain set of rules.
Because men and women are different. How many guys men and women are different. There's no skill in being a slut. There's no skill in being a fucking whore. Period. Value is linked to scarcity. Okay? Do you know why everybody wants some fucking Bitcoin right now? Because there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin in all human history. And a lot of that, not a majority, but a good amount of that Bitcoin has been lost forever. So it's not even going to be 21 million. It's scarce. Therefore, it's valuable. That's why gold, it's scarce. Therefore, it's valuable. Remember when PlayStation 5 hit the market, right, boys? Everybody was trying to get a PlayStation 5. Nobody can get it. PlayStation 5s were selling for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Why? It was scarce. Therefore, it became valuable. The Daytona Cosmograph, Rolex, the 18-karat gold one with the green face. Been trying to get one of those for years. It's over $100,000 now. MSRP on that is like $16,000. Why? It's scarce. Therefore, it's valuable. So, I'm about to say, speaking in Japanese, I'm about to say dakara. Dakara. So, if a woman gives her body out to everybody, gives her pussy out to everybody, it's not precious, it's not valuable to the man as much as if she didn't do it. That's why the virgin bride has been championed across all cultures, across all ages, across this entire fucking planet. If you tell a guy he's going to go out with a girl, she's amazing, she's beautiful, she's the apple of his eye, she's wonderful, and you had 2 copies of this girl, and one chick has been completely ran through, and the other chick is a virgin, every guy, not every guy, but the majority of the guys who are strong, masculine, intelligent men are going to take the chick who has not been ran through. Why? Less baggage, less shame, less fucking chance of HPV, all these fucking things that come along with being promiscuous. Period. Period. So you go give it out to everybody. It's not valuable.
There's some bigotry.
Well, honestly speaking, bigotry.
No,
Think about it, right?
but-
She's just saying men and women are different. Men have the insertion, women have the hole.
Right.
She's saying the drill is the men.
But why are women looked at as sluts for
It's how the
having?
world works.
That's just
We don't
how
make
it
the rules.
is.
The
So
men's
you're just
world.
saying
But
those are
that's
the
right.
rules, and we're saying that like we can't change it or we can make normalities.
And that's the delusion of again, that's the delusion of the modern woman. Look, for example, Tess Holliday earlier, what we're talking about, right? She's like, people are telling me don't eat this. I'm shamed for not eating this. I'm shamed. Like, no, okay? People are saying don't eat this shit because you're going to become a fat fuck. Which, take a look at yourself. This is the reality. You have become fat. No, I want to eat. I want to do whatever I want with no accountability. Same with this chick, right? She wants to go out. You think these chicks are happy when they're out there getting pumped and dumped? They are not. These girls are fucking miserable. But they don't know what's good for them, so they just keep going about it. And they have no relationship skills, and they have no way of understanding what men want. So the only thing they bring to the table is their pussy. But guess what? If the only thing you bring to the table is your pussy, then you're going to be used for that. You're going to get fucked, and then men are going to get tired of you, and we're going to discard you. Period. The excessive amount of tattoos, the disagreeableness, the cutting people off, not wanting to accept in reality, these are all, again, signs of a damaged woman.
Is out of the society today in 2022. Is that what you're telling me? I'm asking.
Listen, if you
yes,
change it, you see what's going on in the world right now. The scales are tipping.
Absolutely.
Everything is out of balance due to the fact of certain things like that. You think we could do the same thing as men, but in reality, we cannot.
Yes, we can.
No, we cannot. That's a false reality.
And
a lot of people are not happy nowadays.
Nobody's happy.
That's what.
See, she told on herself right there. Nobody's happy. No, bitch, you're not happy. Your hoe girlfriends, they're not happy. Your unhappiness, you're attracting other unhappy guys who are fucking you and using you for your body and realizing, oh, I can't find happiness in this bitch, so I might as well get rid of her. It's telling on herself, left and right.
But I'm saying because
Selena's a multi-millionaire. She just told y'all I did not get satisfaction from being rich.
She doesn't.
Okay, and that's my whole point. Is that
But that's what I'm saying. The scales are tipping because you think you could do the same thing as a man. You think you don't need a nigga for shit. Y'all think y'all could do all these things that men care about, money and all these things. Y'all want to be the provider. Y'all want to be this. Y'all want to be that.
Because I'm not
talking. I'm talking about the general public. I'm not even talking about you. But I'm just.
And see, that's another thing, right? She's doing what the fucking Israeli girl does. Picking holes at like a grammatical things that she's saying. Like, or when Afiz was saying something about like women, she's like, that's a generalization. No, bitch, are you fucking retarded? We live in generalizations. But yes, she is fucking retarded.
Just letting you know, like.
And I just wanted to point out this too, right? Just this girl dressed modestly, takes care of herself, obviously, right? Has healthy communication style, also makes pretty solid points. The girl on the other side, tits out, tatted up, kind of insufferable. That's a generalization, MLD, okay?
We're not superwoman. Y'all think y'all superwoman when you want to do these things, but really and truly, we do get tired.
Yeah,
like we want to have a Superman. We don't want to be superwoman.
But who want to be that Superman? I feel like ain't no man is trying to fucking step up. But
No, it not like, okay. This is what undateable girls do. No man wants to step up. No man can handle me. No man wants to handle you because you do not bring more positives to the table than you do negatives. That's the reality. That's why you're single. You're not useful beyond your pussy.
But it's all stepping down and letting these women step up and letting them kick fucking ass.
Don't get me wrong.
Like,
here, let me answer that. Here's the thing. Why should I be your Superman when you haven't made yourself worthy of being with a Superman?
How haven't I made myself worthy?
I need you to get out your feelings.
I'm not in my feelings.
Yeah, no, you are.
No,
because everything I'm saying, stop. Everything that I'm saying does not pertain to you. It talks about generalities.
Sure.
You're taking everything I'm saying and putting it back on you. It's in general. This is for all women, not just you at the table. You can make your argument, but you keep saying, but I'm not like that and all this other stuff. That's fine. You can feel that way.
Fair.
Yeah, go ahead. But this isn't talking about you. I'm simply saying a man doesn't have to accept you. A Superman who's rare, one of a kind, Clark Kent, does not have to accept a woman unless she meets his requirements. Just like you don't have to accept a man if he doesn't have a future.
Agreed.
But can I say something?
I like the little defeated body language again. Look how she says agreed and looks down.
His requirements. Just like you don't have to accept a man if he doesn't have a future.
Agreed.
But can
Welcome to the real red pill, motherfuckers. It's good to be able to see these kind of things, right? I obviously look. I'm special. I've studied this stuff my entire life. Psychology degree. Years of studying body language, people, interacting with literally at this point in my life, I've interacted with literally 100,000 plus people, right? And you start to notice these patterns and stuff like that. And this is why I'm special and I can notice these things. And that's why I want to do the show, because it's very hard for me to break it all down in a sense like clipping and doing all this shit. And quite frankly, I don't even want to, right? I just want to do it in this long format. And again, that's the beauty of being a man. Right? Again, we were telling you earlier, right? How men are the ones that are like, fuck everybody, I'm going to do it my way. And that's one of the greatest things about being a man. And what you're seeing with these chicks here is them trying to manipulate the pack to approve them. But reality is, when the truth is on your side, you don't need anybody to fucking approve you or back you up. You got the truth. That's the ultimate backing. Okay? Period. The Lolly Lule Low is in the house. Shout out to you, my man. Let's see. I'm reading you guys. La Toxica. Myron is killing. Myron is the man, bro. He does a great job. He does a great job. But yeah, like these girls think they're special and they think they're fucking awesome or whatever. And they're just carbon copy NPC morons. That's all they are. Period. And again, I'm just trying to show you guys to take the wool from your eyes, brothers, to see the truth. That's it. Put some fire signs in the chat if you're liking the content. Fire signs only, goddammit.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, sure.
Okay, you're saying like a man doesn't have to accept you. And yeah, he doesn't. Just like a woman doesn't have to accept the guy with whatever he has or whatever flaws or whatever. But
you mean equality works both ways? Holy shit. That's got to be some kind of a conspiracy, right? I don't know. We got to get Alex Jones on the line.
That's why the point is that we go thinking that every man is supposed to accept us. No, not everyone is supposed to accept us. It's that person.
Look at her. She's so mad. She's so fucking mad. Look at her.
No, not everyone is supposed to accept us. It's that person.
Look at that. Look at that. You know, when I was an elementary school student, or excuse me, when I was an elementary school teacher, and I'd like, because sometimes there's like little racist little Japanese fuckers, right? The little kids, they're like, you can't tell me what to do. You're a dirty foreigner, right? But I'll sit them in the corner and be like, you're wrong, and this is why you're wrong. And they sit there with this same little look on their face. They're like, no, right? And that's exactly what we're dealing with here. I feel sorry for this chick. But at the same time, you're going to make your bed, you got to lay in it. And these girls are really, literally going to the grave with their delusions. It takes a very special woman to take accountability and be like, you know what? I am fucking wrong. I have done wrong. I'm wrong. Please show me the way. And that's why the majority of these chicks are fucking
If you guys
miserable.
don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for
big
life.
donation.
You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
50 euros from Mr. Akim Mujahideen. I hope I pronounced that correct, sir. Hi, John. Thanks for the great work we're providing. You, Abu American, and Rolo are helping me to be the best version of myself. Focus on my faith, make muscle, make money, learn game, and hold frame. Boom, baby. Peace from Frankfurt. I look forward to seeing you in Frankfurt Hot Dude Con. I would love to shake your hand and not drink a beer with you unless you're one of those naughty Muslims like Myron Gaines. But thank you so much. Massive donation. Appreciate it. Today's show has gotten over $150 in donations. Really, thank every one of you brothers out there. Seriously, as a man, I know how it feels to work hard for your money. And you guys sending me these donations, I know you're doing it because you want your voice heard. And that's why I want to take time and read them all out for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you men out there. This is why I do it. I do it for the global nation of the Hot Dude Army, baby. I do it for every single guy around the world. This gives meaning to my life because I hate to see you guys tricked and deceived and just put into bad situations because quite frankly, a lot of guys say like women have always been this shitty. I completely disagree. I feel like women are an all-time high for shittiness across the planet. And it's due to the feminist movement, which is all just engineered to financially ruin women, period. That's all it boils down to, man. That's all it boils down to. John just clapped him cheeks. How did you know? Do I have like a post-sex relaxation aura? Not these cheeks, but the cheeks in my kitchen prepping me some food right now. But anyways, yeah. Let's continue here. Look at, she's so salty. That's so funny. Salt, 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 salt. I also noticed this chick makes a good point. Now, her shirt is transparent, okay? So it's like a little on the hoe side, but I also noticed that the two girls on this side that make a good point, very feminine in the way they communicate, very modest. She's modest. This is modest for Miami. Long hair, okay? Easy communication standards. Nothing crazy. Nothing like, there's no like, I have to interject with this girl and I have to fucking fight to get a sentence in. No, their standard communication is very nice and healthy. And I think it's a very big contrast.
Supposed to accept us. No, not everyone is supposed to accept us. Is that person, that one person that we will find that will accept us. There will be that one person. Or maybe two. You're laughing. But
no, and the reality is, okay, let me react, because she does make a good point, so I don't want to take that away from her. And she's kind of my type. She's a little old, okay? She's got that little wrinkle kind of running down her face. I forgive her, but I'll let her make her point, and then I'll point one part out that she's wrong.
No, not everyone is supposed to accept us. Is that person, that one person that we will find that will accept us. There will be that one person. Or maybe two. You're laughing. But you know.
Okay, so she's right here. Let me make a big point here, okay? All right, gather around, men, ready for some uncomfortable truth. Here's the bottom line. We're all not going to make it. Not everybody gets the happily ever after. Not everybody gets the one they deserve. Not everybody gets to fall in love and have a happily ever after. You are literally lucky if that shit happens to you. You are lucky. The only thing that is in your control as a man is hard work and determination to get out there, make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. And then you can only increase the probability of your success. But success is not guaranteed. There is one thing guaranteed to everybody on this planet, and that is death. That is the only thing guaranteed to you. You are going to fucking die, and it's going to be forever. And there's no coming back. There's no respawn. Okay? None of that. To people who are watching me of religious faith, I'm sorry if I've offended you. That's what I believe. Okay? I've seen no evidence otherwise. That being said, these girls, she makes a great point. She makes a fantastic point. Nobody has to accept you. Everybody doesn't have to accept you. But there's one thing. She's wrong. That one person out there that's going to accept you for you, that's a fucking fairy tale. That is a fairy tale. You are lucky if you get a good woman in your life. A woman is even more lucky if she gets a good man in her life, because women need men more than men need women. Uncomfortable? Yes. Truth? Absolutely. That's what we deal with on this channel. We deal with truth. Okay? Myth of the one, okay? It's not real. There is no one out there for every single person. Otherwise, there would be happiness. Wouldn't be divorce everywhere. Wouldn't be all this bad shit happening. The only thing you could do as a man is get out there, work your ass off on yourself, Create a lifestyle that will allow this to happen for you, and it increases the probability. That's it. Here's the real truth, okay? There's levels to being successful sexually, okay? First things first, the bottom is no sexual success. You're just a fucking loser. You're MGTOW loser. You're black pill loser. You think women are the enemy. You hate women. And you're just like one of these guys that's completely sexless and dating and nothing, no dating, no sex, nothing like that. You're the MGTOW dictionaries of the world, right? The next level up is the player. The guy who can get out, fuck girls casually, okay? I will tell you, that shit runs its course pretty quickly, okay? Red pill gluttony phase lasts only for a while. And it's the equivalent of a girl going out there and having a bunch of sex with a bunch of dudes feeling empty. That shit happens to guys too. That's the next level. The third level is being able to find a relationship with a woman that actually complements your life, that's useful, and that you do love. Okay? There's nothing beta about love or simpy about love. None of that shit. Okay? You can have love with a good woman in your life. And in my opinion, life is more fulfilling when you have somebody to share it with. Preferably a woman you love. Okay? Those are the three levels. None of that. Okay, the bottom is guaranteed to you. That's literally what you deserve. Nothing. You're lucky if you get to the fucking next level. And you're super lucky if you get to that third upper level. But that third upper level is not guaranteed to you. And that's a lie that a lot of these fucking bitches believe, mate. A lot of these girls truly believe that their perfect Prince Charming is coming. They truly believe it. Moreover, they have a sense of entitlement to it. They have a sense of entitlement to it. This reminded me of another clip from the Fresh and Fit show that I may pull up. Do you guys want me to keep going? What do you say? 1 in the chat if you want me to keep going. 2 if you want me to go watch Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, because that's what I'm doing after this. 1 if you want me to keep going. 2 if you want me to get the fuck out of here. Because I feel like I need to break down that other one. Okay? Looks like a bunch of ones coming in. Let's continue breaking down this one. We got about a minute and change left.
She's right. She's right. She's
yeah,
right.
there will be that one person. The thing is that as women, we think, every guy is supposed to love me. Every guy's not going to accept me. No, every guy, no. But eventually, I will find someone that's going to accept me with everything that I have. And
you will not find someone eventually who accepts you exactly who you are. You're probably going to have to change because you're single for a reason.
Like I said, I get it. For a man, it's hard to accept a woman with whatever situation, but men also have their past. So it's like, if you find that person, you compromise. Like I said, you're going to talk about the situation. You're going to eventually figure it out. If that person is that person for you.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You're operating kind of like in a dream world. I'm just simply saying, when you do certain things, it limits the probability of being able to get a certain guy. You're operating on possibility. I'm telling you probabilities. There's a difference. Yes, is it possible to find your dream man that will accept you after you have 199 bodies and you've done a bunch of slut shit on OnlyFans and everyone knows who you are? But yes, it is. However, is it probable? No. Because I know 95% of men are going to have a serious issue with you coming in with a past. Just like you, if I switch the tables around, let's say I make a certain amount of money, but I live with my mom, I smoke pot, I'm not really ambitious, but I think I can do it, but I don't really want to change. 95% of women are going to say, I'm not dating that fucking guy. He has no future. No one bats an eye when a woman says, I want a man with it.
This guy says, manifest it, girl. Oh, what a troll.
Ambition. But if a man says, I don't want a woman with a past, whoa! You should accept this regardless of how we behaved in the past, because I'm changed now.
I'm quite changed.
Guess what, ladies?
Oh, man. There's one more. Let me see. I think I was watching it today because I was doing a lot of research for this episode, and I decided not to do this one, but I think I'm gonna fucking do it. Let me see if I can look. I'm gonna have to check my YouTube history here. 1 second. Where is it? It was a great. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's only 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is on June 21st, 2021. Okay, check it out. Talk about girls that are just disrespectful. Oh, baboons. Gross. Title of this video, These Bimbos Deserve to Get Kicked Out. And you could find this over on the Fresh and Fits Clips channel. Okay? This was fed to me earlier this week, and I watched it. Check it out.
No, not with the sound effects.
Yeah, nope. Gonna definitely do sound effects.
So these two girls are just so rude and so insufferable, especially Miss Piggy here. She is just such a rude pig. Okay, you'll see what I mean by the end, but just such a rude pig. And I just want to break down the delusion here even further.
So you want a guy that's making at least $500,000 a year, a high earner, whatever, but you're saying
That's the lowest.
Okay,
So again, she wants a guy that's making $500,000 a year, right? So in America, right, there are 20 million millionaires. Okay, so that alone is a pretty low number compared to the general population in America, which I believe is about anywhere between 330 to 350 million, give or take, right? So already she is targeting a lower percentage of the population, okay? And we'll continue on. Literally the 1% of the people in America in regards to their earning capacities make, I think to be in the 1%, it's like you have to make $480,000 a year, give or take. That's in the 1%. Okay. The other stat in regards to the millionaires is like people who are their net worth is based upon their properties that they hold. Majority of it is real estate. Okay, not liquid millionaires.
Okay, so even better, you want a guy that's making upwards of $1 million plus a year.
Sure.
And you expect him to cook for you?
I don't, but I'm saying if he's in the kitchen, he wants to do it, do it. If I want to do it, do it. It doesn't have to be me every fucking time.
Exactly. Why does it?
So I will disagree with Myron here when he says like it does have to be her every time, right? Maybe in Myron's circumstance, maybe it does have to be every time. But I don't think every guy's like gonna be like, listen, bitch, you gotta be fucking in the kitchen cooking for me 24/7, 365, right? I personally, cooking is a hobby of mine, so I like to cook sometimes. And I'm in this respective category of earners that she is mentoring. So, but that's Myron's I believe his his preference that he wants.
Have to be no.
That's so
I want you to explain
weird,
why the woman has to cook every single time.
You know what? Then how about this? Since we want to, fluctuate with
There
gender
shouldn't even
roles,
be an argument.
Why are we fluctuating? It's 2021.
No, but like
I love when girls just say it's 2021, it's 2022. Yeah, and everything's fucked up in America. Yeah, the gender roles are completely fucked up. It is 2021, so we probably shouldn't double down on this direction that we're going.
Okay, well, someone breaks into the
I think
house.
this guy's living in 1950.
Okay,
I think that's
well,
what
how
it
about
is.
this?
I think this guy's living in 1950. Again, it's just sad because this is just a girl that is also broken and damaged. They both are.
1950. Let's go to 2021. If someone breaks in the house, are you going to handle the problem?
With my hands, fuck yeah, I will.
She would.
Again, delusion. With my hands, no. Okay? I have seen women in states of emergency. They panic and they freak out. But a lot of these girls live in such comfortable lives that they think that they'll know how to handle the situation. Myron, as mentioned in his podcast multiple times, Myron has literally hunted down drug dealers, pulled out guns, gone in and arrested literal killers and drug dealers. He has handled this situation before. Even with fucking the retarded guy, the muscle idiot, Allende, going in there and confronting him. Myron has dealt with situations like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah, and 3 invaders
Hell,
come in.
Why do you think I keep her there?
Taser, my hands, and my fucking gun.
No, you will lose. You will
No,
lose.
I wouldn't.
I told you, she's my pit bull. She protects me in the
I'll
house.
taser
You feel
one,
me? I
shoot
sleep like a
one, then I'll
princess.
You can,
bop the shit out of
you
everyone.
can live in a fairy tale world, but you're gonna lose to
Okay,
to
in a
men.
fairy tale world, only a woman cooks, dude. You should probably make.
So then again, conflating his argument with her argument, saying that oh well, you're living in a fairy tale world where men only fucking receive food by women, okay? Or excuse me, sorry, I think I used the word conflating wrong. My OCD made me fucking Google it. No, what she's trying to do is comparing her argument to his. He's saying that you, as a woman, cannot match me equally as a man handling physical violence. And she's saying that's the equivalent of him asking a woman to cook for him every time. Guys, I'll tell you, there are households in America where women get upset if their man goes into the kitchen. Like, what are you doing? My woman gets a little on edge if I go into the kitchen and start cooking or cleaning or doing some shit on my own. She's like, wait, what are you doing? Like, I can do that. I'm here. But again, this chick, look, the body, I'm covering views, quite frankly. Let me just move over to this corner. There we go. We're showing off the goods now. Okay. So, her body, a person's body is a great reflection of what's going on inside of them internally. She's young, but she's also on the path to obesity. Okay. And she's got out her two greatest assets right here. And the thing is, girls like her, because the average American woman literally is an overweight and or obese pig, right? Girls like her who can just be not huge and disgusting get their SMB boost. This is like an 8 in Miami. This is like an 8 in America. In general America, this girl's like an 8 out of 10. In Japan, 5. Korea, 6. Vietnam, 5. But she's deluded because fat women ruined the SMV in America. The SMP, sexual marketplace.
One fucking meal for your fucking wife or something. Don't be weird.
No, I'm not being weird.
You are being weird. You're living in
a little weird.
Like I said.
You're weird
Your
with
future
that.
wife is like gonna look back at this and be like, "So you wasn't gonna cook for me? That's what happened."
I don't even think Myra knows how to cook anything but fucking broccoli and chicken. He gets meal prep all the time.
Okay. And you asked me, and I'm giving you an answer.
Your answer sucks.
Okay. I didn't say your answer sucks.
Well, I'm definitely telling you yours does because you're making us look like, as women, we are the only ones that should cook for men, which is definitely not how it should be.
So you know what the thing is? If that's the case, are you the type of
So and again, like they're super caught in their feelings. Oh, I feel bad. I'm cutting off Myron's face. Oh well, fuck it. I just make the points. But Myron is making a good point here in regards to saying that, you're okay objectifying men, saying they must earn a certain thing in regards to their salary, must earn. She didn't even say, she said $500,000 wasn't enough. Okay. Which is insane. I'll tell you that I personally believe $400,000 a year is more than enough for the average person to live a fantastic life. But she demands more. Why? I mean, the body tells it all. Very greedy, right? Greedy. Overconsumption, wanting more and more and more, ties into her body structure. Really have to say more?
I can't have a girl
It doesn't have to, but I'm saying
that's what I'm saying.
low.
Like, are you objectifying? Like, if that's the type of way, like, do you feel like men should pay all the bills in the household?
One at a time.
I stopped.
She said earlier, like
No, you
500,000
can
plus.
continue asking her. I finished.
Yeah.
This conversation with me is over. You can continue asking her. I'm on for the next question.
Yeah. No, the conversation is not done because
I mean,
earlier.
it can be.
No, it's not because you said.
Just so insufferable and rude and like everything wrong with America right here.
earlier, oh, that's weird. And I was like, okay, so you can have your standards on a guy making this amount of money,
over this
but I can't have standards on
conversation.
women.
You can. This was her conversation. And
again, not paying attention, not listening. Poor Fresh is just checked out. Oh man, Myron handled this all on his own. Come on, Fresh, get your head out the fucking phone.
Butted in, and now I'm butting out.
Now I'm butting in with you now. Okay.
I am butting out of this conversation
because you lost.
No, I didn't.
Why do men always think everything is win-lose? See, everything with men is win-lose. You lost. Like, why can't we just be talking things through? You know me? Like, you know what? It's fine, Kaylee. We lost. Because we're gonna get men who cook for us.
I lost.
We're gonna get men who cook for us, and you're not gonna be fucking attracted to them. Period.
It's okay.
How are you gonna say?
It's okay. I lost. It's okay. I lost.
No, it's just like it was just a dumb argument.
It is. It's dumb. So let's go on to the next question.
Because you can't say
let's go on to the next
Can you stop cutting me off?
See, she's trying to control the flow of the conversation because again, she's used to being around weak men and weak people that just submit to her overall insufferability. She would not be like this if it did not serve her.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Then you can get the fuck out.
No, I'm not saying the interview. I'm talking about the question.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the question is over with. Okay,
I'm gonna
finish it. I'm not answering it.
You don't have to. I'm gonna finish my thought.
All right, go. All right.
Ladies, let Myron talk.
You guys keep cutting me off.
It's bad radio because you look silly right now.
All I'm saying
so
is
let him finish his thought.
On one end, it's okay for them to have. I want a guy that makes it well for you. $500,000 a year is bum. I want a guy that makes a lot of money. Cool. You have your standards. For me, I have my standards. Girl's got to cook. I ain't cooking for her. That's especially if I'm a higher earning guy. That's just not how it works. So, see, guys, this is an example of what I mean. It's okay for women to have their standards and exert them, but as soon as you bring yours out, you're crazy. This is a Disney fairy tale. Blah blah blah. But I'm over here saying at least I'm more realistic. A guy that makes $500,000 a year plus is like 0.0001 of the population, right? Or a millionaire. Meanwhile, I'm just saying, hey, you know what? I want a girl that cooks for me. That's way more probable than a millionaire dealing with me. Like,
let's be honest here.
If I'm making that much money or he is, then we should be hiring a private fucking chef so I can fuck my man all day instead of having to cook for him.
Right there. I'm gonna play that again. Listen, this is good.
More probable than a millionaire dealing with me. Like,
let's be honest here.
If I'm making that much money or he is, then we should be hiring a private fucking chef so I can fuck my man all day instead of having to cook for him.
Right. So right there, she just showed you the only way she knows how to bring value to a man. Her pussy. That's it. She doesn't know that a man likes to be taken care of. Okay? She lives in a fucking false reality. Again, like, first of all, to have a live-in chef, first of all, your house has to be massive. Okay? Because if you want to have privacy and shit, you just want to, like, fuck your girl in the living room. You don't want the guy like, oh, like, Javier, can you go in the corner? Like, we're going to have sex. You don't want to be checking in with some dude every time you're going to pipe your bitch down. But more importantly, she just shows that she's just very self-centered, very greedy, and just does whatever the fuck she wants. And this is probably raised in the household that has facilitated this. It gets worse.
Period.
Okay, that was definitely different. Okay,
yeah, that was a very low IQ conversation right there.
No, it wasn't.
So anyway,
Stupid.
Next question. Yeah. Did you have something too, or no?
I'm good.
Oh, you're good now. Okay, fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah,
Frank,
you guys.
Frank,
they had no problem with cutting me off earlier.
Frank, it was this close to coming out.
Yeah, facts.
This close to coming out.
Facts.
So
it was real close.
Coming out. What's that mean?
We're good. It means that when he comes out, people leave.
Okay, then that can happen if you guys want it to.
It's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it.
I mean, listen. If you want to get off,
she is the more decent one out of the two of them. This girl is just a massive piece of garbage, bro. Like, oof. And it gets great.
Leave. You're more than welcome to leave.
I asked you to stop with the question and you didn't. Do you want me to leave?
Okay,
He
Myron
doesn't want you to leave. He doesn't want you to leave. He doesn't want you to leave. Relax.
Kaylee,
Chat, what do you guys think?
Chat,
what do you guys think?
We let y'all decide.
Yeah, we'll let the chat decide on this 100K celebration. What do you guys
Kind of a
think?
masochist.
So put a 1 in the chat if you want Frank Castle 2 if you want to say.
I mean, my thing is, we've been said we lost, right?
Jeez,
We've
man.
been said we lost, right? I was like,
She's trying to preserve the show to stay on because I think she has like maybe some kind of agenda or she doesn't want to look bad. But here we go. Watch for this.
I was like, we lost. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, ladies, get the fuck out. You guys have been wild and disrespectful, so just get out. People don't want you here no more.
Look at her. What a pig, bro. What a fucking pig. And the thing is, the only reason that a man didn't respond in a way that a man typically would respond, if somebody came into my house and fucking threw some alcohol or whatever on the fucking floor of my place, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. Okay? I'm not endorsing violence, but I'm just saying my instinctive reaction for someone disrespectful like that is I'm going to give you a reason not to do that ever again. Okay? But the social contract of the United States of America doesn't allow that, and girls are allowed to get away with shit like this. You think this shit would have flied? You think this shit would fly in Russia? You think some Russian dude would allow that shit to happen? You think some Chinese dude would allow that to happen? Some fucking Japanese dude would allow that to happen? She's lucky the fucking cameras are on, too. That's another thing. See, now I'm not endorsing violence or saying violence is the answer, but what I am saying is that doing shit like this could result in violence. But she's so delusional, she lives in such a false reality that she thinks this behavior would not warrant a situation that could endanger her.
Yo, did you seriously just go fucking... Are you fucking real?
The delusion is real. And that is what you guys are simping after. A girl like that. She posts her picture, posts a little bit of her titty meat popping out, whatever, right? And you think her bad behavior is acceptable or tolerable, or you don't even give the idea of thinking that bad behavior is even potentially there. So you got to take these women off a pedestal, all right? It's absolutely insane, and you don't want to be doing that at all. You need to absolutely judge a woman by her actions, not by her words. And you do need to judge her to an extent by her past, because it is a representation of her actions, which are a representation of her character. And there's nothing wrong about that, especially if you're going to bring this person into your life. So that's going to do it for us today. I'll be back here tomorrow on Free Consultation Friday. You guys have a wonderful day. Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. Peace out.